Bengeruzi, thanks for joining. Sheung Baba for real, thanks for joining. Ronkola Dimeji JP, thanks for joining. God bless you. Golden Ayodele, thanks for joining. Abiola Kolaole, thanks for joining. Maria Otane, thank you all for joining. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Yes, we give God the glory. This is Sunday. Let me say happy Sunday to everyone out there. And we thank God for another wonderful day. And the grace which we believe is upon us, that we are going to live through the new week with much grace as expected and achievement, greatness, blessings, victory, success in all our endeavors in Jesus' name. Yes, today marks this live session. It's a live session for our Father in the Lord. It's about Him, about our experiences with Him as musicians, musicologists. I know that at some point, maybe you have, had experience with Him, either being a member of the central choir or not. It's a time for you to share your experience that we can learn from. We are talking of the experience that led you to grow in music, that led your improvement in music, that gave you the confidence and courage and also the motivation, to really take this music to the next level. What are your experiences with Baba Wole Adetiran? God bless you as you share your experiences. Please, at this juncture, we need to share this live session to everyone out there. Let people come out as we celebrate a legend, a musical legend in Nigeria and worldwide. Especially now, Celestial Church of Christ as a whole. It is time for us to celebrate Him just as we have started. And this is just a session for Him, a live session where we can share our stories. Yes, we mentioned a lot of people out there. We know some people that are, for example, let me say part of Central Choir. They are the past members and very old members there. I know that they can share a lot of experiences, share a lot of stories, with them. And just as I said, people even outside Central Choir, maybe at some point you have met Baba and he did something, and it's something of memory, so that you can share and you can also people can gain experience from. Yes, take this from Adedeji, Brother Adedeji. Fortify me with your power. Let me run into you. You're welcome once again. God bless you. Oh yes. This is a song that was also taken by the Central Choir. Thanks for joining. God bless you, sir. Yes.
Keep away, G. One,
Pastor Sunday, I will. Thank you so much, sir. God bless you. All right, let's go. Oh yeah. I did it there once again. Fashion. Thank you so much for joining. Let's take Baba Mimo. Okay, we have taken Baba Mimo. Let's take Hallelujah Chorus by the Central Choir at Lily Concert. Yes, let's take that. Hallelujah Chorus rendered by the Central Choir. You are going to hear Baba's voice inside that piece. All right, everyone, thank you so much once more for joining. And yes, by the time we start, I know that we have a lot of stories and very interesting stories that will be very, very engaging enough, for you to learn from. Very hilarious one. I have one from one of my friends, and it's coming soon. I'm going to tell you one very funny story. Yes. God bless you once again. It is time to honor our legend, Prince Erad. That's Dre, my bro. Thank you so much for joining. Invite your friends too. Please invite your friends to come online and share with us their stories. It's free. You're not going to pay, and we're not going to collect money. Just come and share interesting story. Yes, Baba. Yes. Hallelujah Chorus rendered by
The culture is that everybody here seated
voice
must stand up. Please, Pastor, pardon us. Even the pastor must stand up. Is that the music of the King of Kings? Sele, stand up. We are rendering the Hallelujah Cross. Please.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. For the Lord For the Lord God will be protected. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 for the Lord God will be protected. Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Some chords.
Lord Jesus, Lord and all peace Christ, and all peace Christ. And peace are great forever, forever, peace are great forever, forever, hallelujah, hallelujah. 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 King of kings and Lord of lords, and He shall reign, and He shall reign, and He shall reign forever. King of kings, forever, forever, the Lord of lords, hallelujah, hallelujah, and He shall reign forever, forever, forever. King of kings and Lord of lords, King of kings and Lord of lords. And He shall reign forever, ever, forever, 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 forever. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
All right. That was the piece rendered at Lully concert conducted by the legend Baba Wole Adetiran. God bless you once again. Please follow us on our pages, Celestial Car Masters, on Instagram, on Facebook. Recommend us to your friends and family too, so they can follow for resourceful information on music. We have been treating different topics taken by special guests that are professionals in the music and that are, let me say, achievers in the music field. Those are the people that we bring on the platform, and they share their experiences, with us, so that we can benefit from their submissions, on different topics. God bless you once again. Yes, my experience with Assistant Venerable Superior Evangelist Oluwole Adetiran leading to my growth in music. Yes, let me share my short experience. There was a time that in my parish, Baba Adetiran came to officiate. He did the sermon with some choir, some of his the central choir members, and following that was a time when there was supposed to be an election in the choir, and in one way, in a mysterious way, God chose me as the choir master. That day he officiated. He did the sermon, and the central choir ministered, in the church that day. And let me say, from that point, of course, as I was tasked with the responsibility of the choir master, from that day, I decided that I would, give my best in music to the church and to God. Yes, that was my very close experience, with Baba. Yes. So that led to the assignment that God gave me, and during the time frame was able to, to impact lives generally, and I improved myself in music. Of course, you can't be a choir master and you'll be sleeping. So I had to wake up from slumber. Baba Wole, thank you so much, my brother. God bless you for joining, for your support all the time. Maria Voice, thanks for joining too. So please share your experiences too. That was my short experience with Baba. Of course, I've been meeting Baba at some point too, but I think that was the memorable one where I would say that yes, it was really memorable in my life. Of course, thank you so much once more. Yes, please share your experiences. Call your friends, other choristers that have experienced such different stories, Baba, that has improved them in music. God bless you. Yes, Erad, you are one of the members of the Central Choir. You went to the Central Choir Music Academy. You can share your experience too with Baba as the music director there. So you can share your experience. God bless you. Let's take Orimi. Yes, while we wait for some other few people, they are ready. They're on the way. Let me say they're on their way too. To join the session. Let's take Orimi from Maria Voice. Okay, good. Yeah. So Dre, we're expecting you. Dari, we're expecting you to share experiences later. Okay, soon. Okay. All right. Daniel Ogunsomi, thanks for joining. Yes, Daprit Eli, thanks for joining. Let me invite Priest Eli, Daprit Eli. All right, yeah, I'm expecting Brother Eli to join. Okay, let's take a song from Shaba. Okay.
Hallelujah, látọ̀run wá. Oh, yeah. Àwọn tó ti ayé gbogbo ilẹ̀ òkúrọ̀ lọ́wọ́ àwa ní ìrántí láṣẹ lóko. Ṣé mo ní tán? Ọmọ ìjọ mímọ́ látọ̀run wá lẹ́bí.
All right. At some point in life, you would need someone, to push you to what you really want to do. And that's what we know that Baba has been doing to many people in their lives. He had pushed a lot of people to creativity. He had pushed a lot of people, to rehearsing. And I know that recently when we invited Dr. Rotimi Olawobise, because he said that Baba is a perfectionist. He makes sure that everything must be perfect, must be well done. You understand? And that is the culture that we also need to, to really imbibe in everything we do in our lives. We need to understand that we need to make sure things are well done. Now, when I say perfectionist, it does not really mean that it really means that it should be well done. It might not be 100%, but by the time we are striving towards being well done, then you get the best, and more than the best, and best of the best. And that is what Baba has been doing in his lifetime. He had pushed a lot of young guys, to become very good in music. Yes, D Major 7th, my brother, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for your support at all times. Thank you for your suggestions and your opinions. God bless you, D Major 7th. Yes, brother Eli, I've requested that you go live with me. I don't know why. Yeah, let me invite D Major 7th. If you're ready, you can go, live with us too. Let me invite brother Eli too again. So the major 7th, if you are ready, you can take it, and if not, God bless you. Thank you so much. The major 7th. All right.
Okay, so let me turn the camera the other way around. Good evening, everyone. It's so good to be here. I'm
Hallelujah,
so
brother. Hi, Dean.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I would have loved to join much later, but since 30 I joined by so we should. I'm about preparing for the rehearsal with the Comforter Mass Choir towards Baba Adetiran's farewell concert. So yeah, let me make it fast. My first meeting with Baba Adetiran, of course, his name had gone far ahead of him before the physical meeting. I believe my voice is my voice audible? Hello?
And I can hear you clearly.
Hello? Yeah, so like I was saying, I was a senior secondary school student, SS2 precisely, a member of Celestial Church of Christ, GRA Parish Choir in Ojota, Abadan Incan's Church. So around that time,
The network is okay. Let's believe it will be restored shortly. All right. All right.
Whatever you want to do with anyone, rántí pé ó máa padà síjọ tó ń lọ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọmọ ẹ̀ yóò. Ẹ̀yin ní sọ̀rọ̀ ara ò ní èrè kanra o.
Oladaju, thank you for joining. Pound Spade. Gabby J, thank you for joining. Give me just a second, you can send a request if you are ready. All right. Sanito Singh, thank you for joining.
Mímọ́ mímọ́ ọkọ mi ọ̀nù rẹ̀, ó pè mí lọ́mọ rẹ̀ bàbá ẹ̀ ṣe.
Ados Cakes and more. God bless you, my sister. Thank you so much for joining.
Lọ́mọ rẹ̀ bàbá ẹ̀ ṣe. Ó sábìlẹ̀ o. Aláṣẹ. Ayé tí o ṣe o.
Bill Femont.
Ó dá mi sí o. Aláṣẹ. Ó bá mi yẹ. Aláṣẹ. Ó ṣe o bàbá. Aláṣẹ. Dúpẹ́ o. Aláṣẹ. Ó yọ o. Aláṣẹ. Ó ṣe o bàbá. Aláṣẹ. Aláṣẹ. Aláṣẹ.
Okay, let me go. Someone has requested to join. Abiola Oyegoke, thanks for joining. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, sir.
How are you doing today? Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you, my sister.
You too, man.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, baby out there, how you doing? All right. Yeah, your experiences with Baba Wole Adetiran. You have any experiences you're going to share?
No, I'm just joining the program now.
Okay.
I've not had any experience with him. I've not even met him before. But I always said of him.
Okay. Okay.
So,
It's still cool. Of course, I know that even if anybody has not heard, had personal experience with Baba, you would have heard of what, his works and what they have been doing. And of course, it has impacted you. I'm very sure about that.
yes.
All right. All right.
Even as I've not met him before, real life, I always heard of him. I've heard all he has been doing. I even watched, is it really concert? Some years, they are the first one. I watched the program and I saw what he did then, and I also heard from some of my people that the way he behaved with the choir and the way he advised them, that he has really impacted so many choirs.
Mm-hmm.
It's really painful that I did not met him one on one before he died. I really commend him that he has really tried a lot.
All
In
right.
fact,
All right.
he is indeed an icon.
All
He's
right.
an icon.
Okay. Okay. Please let people know your name and your parish, man.
My name is Oluwatoyin Esther
Okay.
Salam
All right.
from
Your parish.
CCC Amulodun Parish,
Okay. This is
Odowa.
Samulu. Okay. 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 Thank you so much for joining. God bless you, my sister.
And you too,
All
sir.
right. See you another time.
Well
Thank you
done,
so much.
sir. You
Bye.
are really
All
doing a
right.
great job, sir.
Yeah.
More
Okay.
strength, sir.
Amen. Thank you so much.
Welcome, sir.
All right. Yes, once again, Abiola Oyegoke, thanks for joining. So please do share your experiences. CY 129, thanks for joining. Amine_41, thanks for joining. It's Ofems, thanks for joining. This is Verokosi from St. Joseph's Parish Choir. Joseph Jolomi.
Sometimes I don't wake up for to find out. Even though we walk through the hands of death, never forsake us. All on into our Father, Lord, your body of our praise, we thank you.
So this is a tribute to Baba Nazarite official. Thank you so much for joining, bro. Please, if you have shared your experiences, let us speak up, for us to learn from our experiences with Baba Wole Adetiran that has led you, giving you that exposure in music, such that today you can point at the fact that, you had your experience with him. Please come online, let's talk about it. D-Code, thank you for joining. Please call out those people too, your friends, your other choristers that maybe that have had experiences with Baba too. You can tell them that a life session is going on, and you come and talk about it. And even if you have heard stories, maybe from your friend There's not only right now, you might want to share it too. You know, you can always just request to join and share your experience, the person's experience now. That's what I mean. Adebimpe, Olubukola, thank you all for joining. God bless you. Oníṣẹ́ oníṣẹ́ ìyanu, Ọlọ́run wa. As we are celebrating Baba, we are also learning. Kenzinti, thank you for joining, my brother. Lawa Gabriel, thanks for joining. Oh Sunday, thank you for joining.
To dàbí ti Jésù, kò má ságbára tó dàbí ti Bàbá, kò ságbára tó dàbí ti Jésù. Agbára, agbára, agbára tó jàgbára lọ. Kò ságbára tó dàbí ti Jésù. Òun lówó lẹ́yìn kú. Kò ságbára olólè àwọn ìgbà ó sì òkú ti dé o. Kò ságbára tó dàbí ti Jésù. Agbára, agbára, agbára tó jàgbára lọ. Kò ságbára, òun ló sì òkú ti dé o. Ìyanu agbára lè wá, mú mi lágbára o. Agbára, agbára tó jàgbára lọ. Ọkàn mi lọ nínú Olúwa, torí ó jẹ́ iye fún mi. Òun rẹ̀ tún púpọ̀ láti sọ, adùn mi láti oṣù rẹ̀, èmi yọ̀ o. Èmi yọ̀ nínú rẹ̀, èmi yọ̀ o. Èmi yọ̀ nínú rẹ̀, gbàgbọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ sí ìgbà ẹ̀fọ́ mi, torí èmi yọ̀ nínú rẹ̀.
Okay, Brother Ella is ready to go live with us. Okay. Brother Ella, you're welcome. Good evening.
Yes, sir.
How's the day?
I'm dressed for the occasion.
Yes, correct.
No, put that one back.
No, Baba. God bless you.
Put it. Brayo.
Yes, you're welcome.
Or should I say Evangelist Ayo?
Anyone?
You cannot host this program alone.
Yes. Okay.
I think, in my own opinion, I think it should have been like when you are having Nations Cup. You know this football thing, you are having Nations Cup. You have to have some top football analysts on the seat with you.
You're welcome.
To gist.
Yes.
So when you have such people that know Baba well, there are some people, if I mention their name, you have them here now. The discussion will be lively. So you just have to be looking at you'll be looking at different areas of Baba's life, the impact he made. Then we can also look at his personal life, things we can learn from him, the mistakes he made, the people he made. In my own opinion, Baba made Shola listen. A lot of people may not know. Everything around Shola listen today was about Baba. I may be wrong, but a few things I know about her. Because as at the year I was in Central Choir, if you haven't been to Central Choir before, this particular discussion may not make sense to you. You might not even be able to contribute sensibly. Because there's something about Central Choir is a learning place. Central Choir should have even become like a music school for CCC choir people, choristers. It should be given like a whole building. They would have different departments and all of that. Because Baba himself carries a lot that we did not tap at all. I'm telling you the truth. Baba he came with a lot. He's so rich in experience that we just took a little. This man is one of the best composers in our generation or in his generation. Do you understand what I'm saying? If Baba writes a song, like when I was I will talk about Baba and my experience of him in those days when I was in Central Choir. Baba Adetiran, then I was in Central Choir in 1998, 99, and then I gained admission to Unilag, and that was the reason why I stopped attending rehearsals, because I have to read my books. So that Central Choir ministry is time demanding. You need to be available. If you are not available, you can't make it. See, when I led a choir, I followed all of the standard of Central Choir. There was one time in my church in Dolphin Estate where some of them didn't know discipline. Like the last time you talked about disciplinary actions. You know, one of the very, very huge experience I will never forget, something that happened. I think I was sleeping while they were rehearsing Hallelujah chorus.
Okay, just a little network issue. Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, you said you're rehearsing.
Baba caught me sleeping. I slept well. And anytime you do anything wrong, there is one treatment Baba usually gives people. And that treatment is they will use broom, a whole big broom, not old broom or new broom that has sharp edges like this, long tiny ones. Those ones that pains you a lot, and when they are through beating you with it, you will see on your head. That's what Baba uses to deal with people. So for those of you that are always complaining in choir, say, you know, some people don't know what choir is. For those of us that always complain, and you say things like, why should they beat me? Because I want to come and sing for God. What right does anybody have to flog me? How can they tell me to even kneel down? They will not even flog you. Some go and kneel down for coming late. They'll be like, Moshe Mama Kunle, Kilo Leto Yen, for long. Hey, it is that serious. It's a serious business. Singing for God is a serious business. Baba took broom, whole big broom, and when he's flogging you, everybody will shout. They will shout. When he hits you, as he's touching your head, everybody will shout, Ja, Ja, Ja. And the last one, they will echo it, Ja, hey, everybody will laugh at you. So you don't want that humiliation. You don't want that disgrace. You better keep your eyes open. Then I'll tell myself, look, I'll hold a broom. If my eyes want to close, I will hook it up with the broom, because, or the matchstick, because I don't want to be flogged by Baba. I hate that flogging. You understand? So if you're in any choir, anybody flogs you or beats you, I don't think it can be that worse. Broom is not even good for boys in Yoruba traditional belief. Yeah. You don't flog men or boys with broom. Baba, that doesn't concern Baba. For him, is Ishe Akonse. That is 100 and something either. They flog your head, stubbornness leave. They flog your head, laziness goes out of your life. You become a better person. You understand? So I didn't see that as it didn't bother me. That was not good enough to chase me. Then I'll be looking at some area. How many minutes do I have to contribute?
You still have like 10 minutes. I can give up the 10 minutes.
Brian, I can't hear you. I've lost audio.
Can you hear me now?
Should I cut and join again?
You can't hear me at all? Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Okay, let's cut and join again.
Okay.
All right. Okay, I've taken you out already. So now you can send your request again. Demilade Moro Sholabeke, thanks for joining. Yes, Olit Fashion. You said Baba doesn't permit nonsense at all. Yes. Oluwatobi, thank you for joining. Mary Pilar Gabriel, thanks to the official Kenya Demola IBK. Okay, thanks for joining too. Okay. Okay, you can see fire on. Fire on. You have time.
I have time. I want to look at different aspects of Baba's life. I want to look at the choir. I want to talk about the compositions. I want to talk about the songs that minister to me more. I want to talk about my spiritual experience in Central Choir. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know about Baba Adetiran. Now, you see, one of the greatest experience I had when I was in Central Choir is that each time we finish rehearsals, I go to Mercy Land and I kneel down. I pray from my heart. I tell you the truth. Before 7 days, I see my prayers answered. That was one awesome experience. I'm not a prophet. I've left Celestial Church. Today, I have my own ministry. But the first time I saw vision like a prophet, it was after rehearsal in Central Choir. That night was so awesome. Baba sang himself out. He took lead of most of the songs we did. For those who knows Central Choir and you've been to Central Choir before, me, I'm one of the generation of those that passed through Central Choir during 1997, 98, 99. Then early 2000, but when I gained admission to school, I had to stop going. You see, those times we were doing, our rehearsal was held at Obanikoro. Then you get to Obanikoro Parish. We stay in the choir stand, and then the seating is extended to inside the church, front of the choir stand. And I remember some people, a few people I can remember then. I remember Dr. Rotimi, I think he's a doctor now. Those days, he was just a normal person. We call him Bra Rute. All right. I remember Shola Listen Fine. I remember one lady, Sister Maoyon. I think she won an award recently. Lagos State something vocalist also.
Okay.
You know, I don't know, she's dark. She's robust. She sings a lot and she dances well. She's one of those strong members. I remember one guy used to put on an afro then. I think he's one of Papa Oshofa's son. We used to sit together and rehearse. I remember one person again that I can never forget. Those days, during my own time, Sheyi Olagbade doesn't used to come regularly. Each time Baba gets off to talk about any song that people cannot lead well, Baba will always be talking about Sheyi. And his remarks about Sheyi were not nice. Because he has invested so much in Sheyi Olagbade. And that was the season Sheyi Olagbade was trending in Nigerian music industry as blackface. I don't know if you know him as blackface.
Yeah,
he was getting shows at Maison de France, French Cultural Center. He plays because I live in Ikoyi then. Maison de France was also far from my house. So anytime Sheyi is playing, we hear his horns. You hear that his music. This Mad Woman, this and that and all of that. So we go there, we see him play live. Those days, he was deeply into Afro music. He didn't have time for gospel music then. You know, so each time Baba had problems with vocalists not doing well, or some people not taking the choir well, he will complain and remember, and I will be telling them, nǹkan tá ṣe máa sọ fún yín nìyẹn, tó bá yẹ máa ní ká má fi yín wé Ṣèyí, Ṣèyí nìkan ló mọ̀ ṣe, ṣé òun kìnnìkan, a ní tó bá wà ń bí sìn, ó máa ṣe léyìí dáadáa, èmi fúnra mi máa jókòó máa sinmi, a máa ṣe gbogbo kíní wọ̀nyí, gbójú sílẹ̀, gbórí dúró. You know, he will complain on and on and on. One of the guys that was always not happy about his complaint was this person I want to mention, of blessed memory. He's one of my music mentor. He was a friend. He used to come to my house then. We did some songs together on my recording console in home studio. And you know, he's no other person than Dari. You know, the tall Dari, we call him Biggie. Now, Biggie was one of the persons that trained some of us well then. Sheyi was not around, but Biggie was there. In my own opinion then, some of the best products of Baba Adetiran, I think Biggie was one of them. Because Biggie was doing things I think Sheyi didn't do. If Biggie was singing, Biggie would sing good classic jazz and R&B. Me, I love R&B, but when we go there, we sing traditional. And we do all those traditional music, they use traditional voice. Every celestial vocalist wants to sound like Sheyi Olagbade. For me, it irritates me. I used to think that everybody should come with their unique style. So anytime Baba says, Iwo, Wali Diori, there's this boy they call Imole. Baba started training Imole. I don't know where he is now. One young chap then. So Imole would come. He would color his voice like Sheyi Olagbade, and Baba would stop him and say, be original. Ye korin bi Sheyi, be original. Lo titiye, lo feelings tolorun fun e. The only person that uses that natural feeling is Dari. Shola Listen had her own style, and she's been on it till now. You understand? But when Dari sings, if Dari wants to sing Shaje for you, he will sing like Paso or any other person you know. If he wants to sing American style, if he wants to sing Oh Happy Day, he will give you the good American accent. You will not know that it was being done by a Nigerian. And I just pray that God will give him, you know, may his soul rest in perfect peace. It was one of those guys I really loved when it comes to celestial music and celestial music mentorship, you know. So people like that, anytime I remember Central Choir, these are those people that comes to my mind. There's this other man we used to call George, Brother George, one Igbo man that was with us. He used to be in our parish too. Those are some very, very good people in Central Choir that Baba trained and they are very good people. Now, that's one area of Baba. Then spirituality, what I remember Baba Adetiran for. Baba Adetiran is very spiritual. I tell you the truth. Baba is very, very spiritual. He's not a wayward person. He's not a promiscuous person. Baba Adetiran didn't lay down an example for people, some foolish choir masters we have now. That's when they are in a choir. Before you see 6 months or 1 year, they have slept with like 4 girls in the choir. I never in my entire stay in Central Choir heard that Baba had some things to do with some choir girls. He was a father. Everybody, every girl in that choir, old or young, were his daughter. He never looked at them with that promiscuous eye. He never did. See, that I love him for. Now, Baba used to speak the word of God with music. Brayo.
Yeah.
Hello, moderator. I don't know if you've experienced Baba Adetiran before one-on-one. He speaks with music. There's one testimony I can never forget. Baba was sharing that testimony. And me, myself, I was crying inside because the testimony came with a song. And that was this song, Àṣẹ Olúwa ń bẹ lẹ́yìn wa o àmọ́. Oh my God. That was one awesome chorus. The day he was singing that song, I was crying. Baba said he drove the bus. They traveled for about 3 shows together. And while they were driving down from that location, he slept off on steering. He said, àwọn ọmọ ọlọ́mọ rẹpẹtẹ nínú coaster bus, nínú bọ́ọ̀sì choir. And he held the steering like this. And he said he slept off. And they were busy singing in the back of the bus. The person sitting by his side, he didn't know that one didn't know that he was already sleeping. And then he didn't know who woke him up. He just noticed that he woke up and he saw that the car was on motion. High speed. And he didn't know who took control of that vehicle. And nothing happened to them. And that day he started crying. He said he looked at his mirror and he saw children, people's children. He said, what would people have said? He said he slept off and Holy Spirit took charge of the steering for like 15 minutes. My brother, that was one awesome testimony. That day he was crying. Tears was rolling down on his cheek. I said, this is serious. Look, if you walk with God and God loves what you are doing, terrible things will not happen to you. Terrible things will never happen to you. Terrible things will never happen to you. His story is similar to one of the shepherds we know, Baba Irile, who was also traveling like that. And he said that there was no fuel in his car, and he traveled for like 2 hours extra without fuel, without gas in the car. You know, CCC is blessed with so many testimonies and great men of God who have seen God in real life. You know what it means to be driving for 15 minutes and your eyes are closed. And then you wake up again and you still see yourself driving. You'll be like, and nobody knew in the bus that Baba ti sun lórí steering. And Baba sang again. Àṣẹ Olúwa ń bẹ. That day, he sang from beginning of rehearsal. He didn't watch technicalities. He didn't care who was going off key. He didn't care who flat, who was not on. Everything was just going the way he just wanted to thank God. And guess what? After that rehearsal, I entered choir, the Mercy Land, and I prayed. Brayo. I closed my eyes and I was seeing vision. Funny visions I saw. I was seeing sweet, biscuit, and everything. So when I got up, I called my friend and we went together. I say, Sister Tori, animolog badra mo be si rin ran mo ri sweet. O ni ebi lo pa yin. E lo wo mi mu keje biscuit. Mo niro. Somebody else that was not involved now said that it's a sign that we are blessed. We got some blessings from God. Those were those biscuits. Those are the images that depict that God came down and he blessed everybody. You understand? But a lot of people went to choir, Central Choir, to learn music. Me, I went there to encounter God. Seriously, I went there to encounter God. So that's the spiritual area of Central Choir that impacted my life. Another area again I enjoy about Central Choir is that there are some songs There was one day Baba told us about Joria Ihu, Oluwa. When he was teaching us those parts, those harmonies, Baba said there was one time he was at one university in Ilorin. They actually called them to come and work on one national project. Him and some professor of music were selected. If you work with Baba, if you go to Riaza, you hear big stories. Big stories in Central Choir. He said that particular night, he met one professor of music. It was a woman. Now, when they were doing the rehearsal, he now said after every set and done, he came back, he sat beside the organ, and he was trying to score out Joria, and he now begged some of those musicologists to help him out. He said that white lady now asked him, who composed this song? Who wrote this music? He now said, he asked why. He said, the woman said, the kind of notes, the musical arrangement that the song is bringing out is so unique that the writer of the song must have been a genius. And then he now told us that who else could have written music that can be so technical if not the Holy Spirit? You understand now? So when he came with some of those kind of big stories, Baba Adetiran is one man that many celestial youth should encounter, especially if you're a chorister. Many of us should pass through Central Choir. What it should have been like a must that every choir in Celestial Church should pick like three people, four of their choristers, like every 3 months in a year. They should just go for Central Choir rehearsal regularly and come back home, because there they will learn discipline, they will learn true music, they will learn spirituality of our hymns, they will learn about charisma, they will learn a lot. Things they will learn is not some things I can start listening. It's just a lot of. It's a full package. Hello. It's a full package that they will learn. And I tell you the truth. There was one Bada daughter, or is it Papa Oshofa's daughter, that was with us then. She was also in Unilag. When I gained admission, I still went back once in a while. So I still meet some people that we were together. Now, one thing I noticed that everybody that passed through Central Choir became a music mogul in their choirs. You can't go if you were number one Dolan, the worst chorister in your church. Go to Central Choir for 5 months. You will teach your choir master you will teach your people hymns. When I was leaving for Central Choir, I left my church with 3 ladies. One of them dropped out. She didn't come again. 2 of them were dead till many years. After I stopped attending, they continued. One sister Tony. Sister Tony is now in US. Then one sister Victoria. They were backbencher in church. Every Sunday, if we want to pick the ladies that will sing hymn, we don't give them microphone. No. But they used to have passion for singing. So if you drop microphone, if you are a good singer, you drop microphone, they will pick it. And they start singing flat. So I said, no, I'm going to Central Choir. I want 3 of you to follow me so that you will learn. Brian, trust me. After 3 months, they benched everybody in that choir. Sister Tony will do good soprano. She will do good alto. The other lady too. They were able to, swap roles conveniently. The ear training. You know when you sing and somebody else, you are singing tenor, somebody is singing alto. Before you know it, the alto you are hearing automatically just change your voice and you start singing. It was the Central Choir that they dealt with all of that thing in their life. And when they started singing in church, they became big girls in church. Because they could tell you that, hey, rubbish. And those were the backbenchers. They became top girls. So if, I don't know what Central Choir is now, but you cannot pass through Baba Adetiran 5 months and be a backbencher in your church. It can never happen. Because we're talking about HOD, the founder of music department for Polytechnic Ibadan. He went to another university again. He established music departments there. Baba was about establishing music departments in Yaba Tech. I don't know what went wrong, what happened. I don't know how the whole story went. But you cannot pass through Baba Adetiran and be a backbencher in your church. Possible. You understand what I'm saying? So the experience was so many things. Just these are just few things I can remember about Baba Adetiran. Very few things I can remember. when it came to a time, one of the things again I remember was we went to kilometer 35. That was the day Baba healed a lame person. Right before my very eyes, Baba prayed for that person, and the person got up and started walking. And then we were singing. Baba Adetiran took so many songs. Those were the season Shola Alison started drawing back. I was already in year 3 in Unilag. I just went for one rehearsal. People were not many. And Baba said, okay, everybody that is here must come for kilometer 35. So I went with them. Then I was the backbencher because me, Lord, rehearsal. I was just there. You understand? But the impact of the song, very awesome. The days you can enjoy Baba well is Good Friday when you come to Makoko. When you come to Makoko at Good Friday, you see Central Choir is always there to entertain people. Do you understand? So that's one experience again that I have learned in his life. So many things like that. You know, Brian, have you been to Central Choir before?
Unfortunately, I've not been able to, you know.
I cannot hear audio again. No?
Can you hear me now?
My own audio is good.
Okay, are you there?
Can you hear me now? I can hear you.
Yes, I've not been able to, you know, I have not been able to join them, but of course I've heard a lot about Senoko, and also, you know, I've met Baba a few times, and of course what they do from afar has really impacted music generally. Then before we go, just hold excuse me, Taylor Dennis, I would like you to come and you know, request to join. You are giving a lot of information in the comment section. I believe you should have some content also to share. So please, Taylor Dennis, I'll send a request to you now, right now. Please join alongside.
Who?
Yes.
I don't understand.
No, yeah, okay. You can continue. There's someone I'm sending a request to. She can join too. Okay, she's not able to join. I'll expect her to join very soon. Okay, so Rahel, I continue.
Okay. Okay, somebody replied because I said I don't know what Central Choir is for now. I think somebody wrote still intact.
Yes, that's said I wanted to call the person. The person has a lot of information about Central Choir. So he or she, I think it's she, yeah, should come online, you know, and share her experience.
Her name is Tehila Dennis.
Yes. Please come up and, you know,
come online. Let's hear from you.
Yes.
Let's hear from you.
Yes.
Those days, I think later on, Central Choir, they now had a parish to themselves where they used to go and rehearse. Baba knows me very well because of Christ Castle Parish. He used to come to Christ Castle Parish to fellowship with us and rehearse with us and all that, you know. So, but let's talk about challenges Baba used to face those days. Central Choir faced a lot of financial challenge. There was no sponsors. There was no sponsors in those days, you know. So I think they had a sponsor in Christ Castle. I think in some few areas too, but they were still doing the work of God. So for some of us today that want to record our own album, we want to do evangelism through music, it's not just peculiar to you. It's a battle people like Baba Adetiran to fought during their lifetime. So whatever you are going through, don't think it's because it's you. Maybe you are not known by anybody. Even as popular as Baba was, a lot of people didn't know. I don't know if Baba Adetiran performed in UK as Central Choir. There was one time he was demanded for in Elephant and Castle and some other parishes. Central Choir is a choir that should have traveled to US, go for tour. So they had a lot of challenges too. Central Choir should have gone to parishes like Chicago Parish, where they worked an album then, one Oshofa Parish. I don't know. You know, they didn't go as far as I think they should have gone. There was one time again, they had a concert in Abuja. They called different churches. Central Choir was there to perform. But later on, they were not called again like they used to. So sometimes church image too was affecting Central Choir. Church image was really affecting Central Choir. The image of Celestial Church, when Celestial Church should teach other denomination music, we were not able to, because there is this fraction politics in the church and all that. You know, so a lot of things. And then another thing Baba Adetiran faced personally when it comes to music and the people he was training. Baba used to train 2 or 3 lead female sopranos. You know, anytime he's performing and they have to do this particular Hallelujah chorus, sometimes he gets to some show. If you look at the lineup in front, he may not sing Hallelujah chorus, even if you demand for it. In Christ Castle, anytime they do Christmas Carol, our choir master and Mr. Osho, he will say, let's have and do Hallelujah chorus for us. You know, anytime they come, Baba will look at the front line. If he does not see Shola listen, he will not perform it. Shola left. It took him months. Shola listen used to go like, can you hear me, brother? She used to go like, she used to run the octave. You know when you run first octave, second, third, Shola will run till where you'll be hearing her voice sounding like bell. Amadumbi Ago at toppest pitch. That was why Baba Adetiran loved her. That was that point where anytime they go for competition with other denomination, it is that point that separates Celestial Choir from the normal choirs that come. That is the point where they are able to know that their music director is not an ordinary musician, not a hobby person, but a professional musician by certification. Do you understand? Because I don't know how he's able to train that girl. And if Shola goes in rehearsal, Baba will know if Shola drank cold water. Because there is these 2 last pitches that she normally takes. If she carries her voice, tobacco, toshe kre, Baba ma mọ̀ pé ó mu omi tútù. Baba ma mọ̀ pé kò rehearse. Baba ma mọ̀ pé nǹkan go wrong pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. Baba dẹ̀ bá máa bú. You understand what I'm saying? Baba will insult her very, very well. But today, look at her. She's a millionaire. Courtesy of all of that training Baba gave her. You know? So, I think that, I don't know, he has made impact. He has fulfilled his calling. He lived his life well. If he was putting his time into business, Baba Adetiran will be in a class of Dangotes and the richest guys. In the area of music, I think he's one of the biggest. For our generation, he's one of the biggest. Some of the antagonists he has, I know some musicians that don't like him, like some BB choir master. Because when they call me one year that we should come and record Celestial hymn, they want to package it and produce a new hymn book. And this hymn book will be coming with a CD. A CD with, just like, you know, you buy those textbook and you have small CD that comes with it. So they wanted to do that. They now called me that I should come and record it. If you know Mr. I think he's a seminary music teacher now in Celestial Seminary. Mr. Are, he was choir master in Christ Castle. He was choir master in Ayala Parish. He was the one that gathered the group. So when they called me to come and record, I got there with a recording console and I asked him, I said, "Well, let your mama record him. The Central Choir, you were involved." He now told me that I should not mind them. That all those things about Adetiran is teaching them is wrong. I said, "What about bro that is doing hymnals?" He said, "All those people don't know the hymns." I said, "Okay, who knows the hymn?" He now said he has brought a prophetess, one of the prophetess that prophesied the hymn. I said, "Well, he's wanting to prophesy the hymn. He's wanting to know music and be able to sing the hymn well. So now you want to create like 3-4 versions." So Baba Adetiran too, one of his challenges were the great choir masters that should have supported him and make Central Choir a bigger school of music. But instead of supporting him, they stood as antagonists to him. Those ones had link to K2. If K2 want to support Baba Adetiran, they were the ones that would go and tell pastor and say, "Emma down low. Business are not share." So that's one thing they call Ote. So it was affecting Baba Adetiran. It was affecting Baba Adetiran in those days too. So I think that for me, I think this person we want to bring online, Sister Tehila Dennis. I don't
Yeah,
think
she
she's in
said
Nigeria. We're talking about Canada and all that.
no. She is in Nigeria. She said that they had a rally, but she said her voice is gone. I think
She can't
but I
talk.
feel that it's not. You are not singing, sister. Saying Dennis. Just come and talk. We will manage your voice like that. We need to share. We need to learn from you. We need to you need to share your experiences. Now, experiences with us because this one is not one experience. You have a lot of experience in this
He
aspect.
said
So please
another
come
thing here.
online, yes, and come and share your experiences. Okay. Okay, I'm so weak. Came in from Baba not too long, and I'm my way to Lekki now for another rehearsal. Also, Baba. Oluwa, another rehearsal.
Àwọn ọmọ bàbá nìyẹn o.
I'm Baba.
Olúwa sagbára dọ̀tun ẹ ṣàṣeyẹ ẹ ṣàṣeyege.
I know Jason. Would have loved it, would have loved you coming, you know. Uh,
So those are some challenges. I think those are some of the problems Baba faced. There was a lot of antagonist choir masters because they were just thinking that Baba was getting the glory. He was getting all the glory. And this thing is not about glory, it's a calling, it's a ministry. So they got it wrong. So instead of supporting him, they went out to antagonize him. They went out to antagonize him. And that's one serious issue that CCC is still facing till now. CCC is still facing till now. But today, another good thing about Baba Adetiran is that his choir has been replicated.
let me request call him back because he sent a request to join. When you're in an environment without noise, you can call back, request back. Yes, that's IBK.
So
Okay, continue.
today, Central Choir has been replicated. Like if you get to Lekki Axis, they have mass choir. If you go to Yanakpaja area, they have mass choir. If you go to Badagry area, they also have mass choir. If you go to just mention different Ikorodu, you will see mass choir. Who's there? You will see mass choir. All of these mass choirs do one thing in common. They sing this orchestral pattern that Baba Adetiran brought into CCC. So if that's the only thing we have achieved, I think Baba has made a good impact generally. And when you go to those choirs, some of them have more crowd than Center Choir. The Lekki Choir, they came out one day. There were so many. The crowd was so big. I try go. And most of the people that are training those choirs are from Central Choir. They've had one or two experiences in Central Choir. There's another technical problem. When I was living in Ikorodu, before I left Ikorodu, I joined Sharon Choir. I was sound engineer for them. That was where I discovered another silly problem in the CCC church. Now, this problem, it will make you laugh. They sang one of those CCC hymn one day, and the notes were different. And I told one of the guys that I have known since Central Choir, I said, no, only you, Ibashe man, con Central Choir, Koreo. Àwọn part, the notes, the lo fún bass, ó yàtọ̀. Àwọn tenor notes yín tún yàtọ̀. Money, why is this so? They now said that it's not only Baba Adetiran that has music knowledge. Brian, are you listening to me? I said, how do you mean? He said, they too, they were trained by Baba. And to the glory of God today, they too have become music authorities. And they also can sit down and write musical notes and compose musical notes for some of the songs Baba has already done that for, and sing those parts in another pattern. Really? So in other words, you're saying that the one Baba Adetiran wrote, they are not so correct. Only no, it's not like they are not correct. He said, but the ones we have written, they have sweeter notes. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Maybe I should illustrate it. For example, you sing Jésù Jésù ti jọba, Jésù ti jọba. Maybe Baba Adetiran use the auto, Jésù ti jọba. Then he comes and he says, Jésù ti jọba. You people are just creating troubles. You are creating problem in the name of Motimo Music Iju. You understand now? So before we could rehearse for 1 hour, we argued for 2 hours. Because those of us that have been to Central Choir, we felt very, very uncomfortable with this different style of part. Those that have been used to his own style, that he trained, they were now surprised and said, Nkoton ko wa nbi niyen. And he was like, èyí tẹ́ yìí sọ yẹn ń kọ́ wa ní bàbá kọ́ wa. Eléyìí tẹ́mi ń kọ́ wọn bíbí, èmi lèmi kọ́. Mo fẹ́ kó yàtọ̀ sí ti bàbá. Do you understand? So I discovered that Baba has raised children like himself. They are now becoming troublesome to themselves because music is fighting in their head. They have become so good in music.
Yes.
Now they cannot settle with what their father have given them. They are not creating their own. I got angry initially, but later I thought about it. I said, well, this is creativity in display. Amotekunbabi ekun lo majo. Wọ́n ti ń jọ bàbá bọ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀. Because I know some traditional musicians in CCC that will not allow you to sing orchestra. They will tell you beat cleps, play cleps, and sing only treble. That is what Papa Oshofa laid down for us. Who's told you? They say don't sing parts. Gbogbo parts tẹ́ ń kọ́ yẹn, àwọn ìlànà Baba Adetiran ni. Ẹ má máa kọrin ẹ̀ church wa. Ẹ kọrin fún wa. Ká sing, ká máa lọ. Do you understand? You know, so on and on like that, several issues came up, but it's because at least Baba Adetiran is active. If he wasn't doing anything, there won't be antagonism, there won't be any issues, and he has trained a lot of guys. So till tomorrow when you go to Sharon, you can hear another pattern of Jesu Tijoba. I've gone to a parish one day and I was hearing some of Baba Adetiran's songs, that Titi Lokpe, they sang it differently. I had all sorts of pattern, but to God be the glory. Everybody are doing what they are doing to the glory of God. He's the same man that trained all of them. Some of the people that are even singing these songs were not directly trained by Baba Adetiran. Some of them were trained by Biggie. You know, Biggie came to Unilag to train us some time ago. A lot of people don't know Central Choir, but they met Central Choir through Biggie in his training. So that was how they went to different places. So I think that for me, I'm appreciative to God for Baba. He's coming to this world. He left a golden impact in my life. Till tomorrow, I still use his wisdom, his knowledge, his expertise. I still apply it in music. And may God bless him wherever he is. May God give him rest. And may his soul rest in perfect peace.
Amen.
Hello, Brayo.
Yes, hello. Yeah, people at the.
I've lost audio again. No.
Okay. Hello.
I cannot hear you.
Hello, can you hear me now? Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? You cannot hear me.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me now?
But I cannot hear you.
Okay. Okay, let me take you off, then bring you back. Will that be fine?
I finished my contribution anyway.
Okay.
So if you may have to invite any of your, except that we're continuing the gist and bringing up any newer thing.
Yes,
Baba
let's do like
Adetiran has done, but I'm not hearing you.
Okay, let me request.
Okay,
to bring
sir.
you back. All right. Okay. Yes, they can hear us both, but he can't hear me, and it's very important that he should hear me. Okay. Please come online, join us, join Ella and I, to talk about this. Yes. Also, if you follow up on the comment section, Sister Taylor Dennis is really giving us some gist too there. Okay, please talk about how Baba used to insult us, Joe. All right. Oh, of course, I've heard so well that if you are not ready to take insult, don't even go to Central Choir, because the way insult will be showered on you if you are not careful. Okay, I invited Brother Eli back so you can. Okay, Brother Eli, someone is saying that. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, someone is saying we should talk about how Baba used to insult us.
That I should talk about how Baba used to insult us.
Eh,
Okay, that's one very sweet area. Now the person just reminded me of one area of Baba that we used to like. If Baba noticed in rehearsal that you people are sleeping, too many people are sleeping, he will stop the music.
okay.
He will now come and make you laugh. Baba was a comedian. He will make you laugh till tears will drop from your eyes. You understand me now? Baba will look at one stubborn boy that misbehave. He will insult him till everybody will laugh and laugh, and before you know it, that laughing thing was one very strong area we used to enjoy. Some people used to come to choir because they want to come and laugh. Sometimes when Baba is insulting somebody, you hear another person say things. There was one day Baba was insulting Biggie of blessed memory. Now Biggie was huge and fat. You know, at some point in time, Biggie has this kind of belly that I have. Ikun ewa your sister by. Our Wole. Baba will not start insulting me. Baba ma ni sori kun egbengbem buruku yen. Ko je o le korin mo. You see that you are laughing. When Baba start insulting him, some other young boys that he used to train, they too will now start chipping in insults underneath and they'll be laughing. Baba can look at him and say, look at your head. Wori ebo se tobi, o ti jan. Ko lanu korin o le korin mo. And some will stay at the back. Oni kun agbamole. You know that Akuba drum that used to be large. So you say ikun that be lu agbamole. Everybody will laugh. Baba will laugh himself, and he will continue to yab that person. If he picks on you one night, Baba can yab you from night till morning. The lady I took to Central Choir, Sister Tony, when Baba was testing her, they put her in alto. That particular day, Baba was looking for the first line, the line of treble singers was very scanty. We had about 30 to 40 people in alto. Then soprano, there were no more than 8 or 10. Baba now felt like, ta ló pín gbogbo yín sí part. Baba called George. George ní bàbá mi ò mọ̀ ń pa ẹ̀mí mẹ́tò pín wọn lálẹ́ yìí o. He now called Biggie. Biggie now said, èmi ni mo pín wọn síbẹ̀ pé àwọn ọmọ yẹn ibi tán lè wà nìyẹn. Baba now said no, that they should sing one song. When they started singing, Baba now listening to some of those girls. One of the girls that followed me, Sister Tony, Baba now heard her voice. Baba now stopped the music. Baba wa ní kí lorúkọ tiẹ̀. She has a masculine voice. She now said, Oluwatoyin. Baba ní irú ohun wo lélẹ̀? Ta ló gbé síbí? Dáre ẹgbẹ́ lọ sọ́dọ̀ àwọn ọkùnrin. Ó ṣe máa jókòó síbí. Wọ́n mú bó ṣe kíbi tágbèrò. Dídé. She covered her face. Everybody was laughing. Baba used her to insult. Baba insulted her till daybreak. She said she will not come again. Mo no ṣe ni wa, ó máa wà. Ọjọ́ tán bá àwọn ẹlòmíì, ìwọ rẹ́rìn músẹ́músẹ́. Èní ìwọ ló kàn. Like Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Ìwọ ló kàn, wọ́n bú lálẹ́ yìí. Ìwọ ló kàn. There's nothing you can do. You know, she was almost crying. Baba now said, ẹgbẹ́ lọ sí base. She now got up and she was looking for a way to go and join the bass singer. Baba now said, jáde má bọ̀. Baba now gba mic, ó yá kọrin. Do you know when she sang? Baba ní irú ẹ̀dá alábàárà méjì ò lélẹ̀. Ó sọ̀rọ̀, ohùn ọkùnrin jáde, ó kọrin, ohùn obìnrin jáde, ó yá lọ jókòó sí treble. She was immediately sent to front line. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like Sister Dennis was saying, Baba will look at you and shout, Were. Shout, Were. You know, so he was very friendly. He was always playing with us. Good play. He plays with us a lot. A lot. Sometimes he will stop the music and, you know, he will be talking to one particular person. And immediately he will pick up again and begins to conduct the whole choir. You know, for 3 years.
Baba is also one
I know
that
there are
guy.
senior guys that are talking for 3 years.
Now I've not seen it. Okay. Will the guy ever come again? That guy will run away. I'm
I
sure
know
that
he
guy
was
would have
coming
been
and he was a regular comer. He was used to this
definitely.
stuff for coming for 3 years. He was coming for 3 years.
Yes.
You know,
He said that he insulted that guy for 3 years.
well,
Okay.
if the
Baba
guy
insulted one
stopped
Abino
coming,
guy for 3 years. Now I've not seen the guy. Okay, he has stopped coming.
if the
That
guy
still means
stopped
that
coming,
yes. But it still means that like it means that that guy would have become a musical, you know, a music guru if he really, you know, was able to take insults for as long as number of years. He has learned what he, you know, what he wanted to learn at least. Of course, you cannot stop learning in life, but with that, I'm sure that he would have been a very good, you know, good musician, a singer or an instrumentalist. But like your network there is okay. I'll still invite him. So please, it is free for everyone to join. Please come up. Brother is one of our, you know, just one of the speakers, so everybody should come and speak to. It's just a level playing ground for everybody to come and talk about the experience with Baba Wole Adetiran. Tell us about your story. Once again, I can remember what Eli just said. Now, he said there was a time that Baba was using the broom, and when he beats him, everybody will say, "Ja." You can imagine. So funny. And of course, that was, you know, I said it was, it was a positive impact in his life. Okay, Michael, Dave, thanks for joining. Let me mention some few people that joined while we're speaking. Adasa 2234, thank you for joining a regular person. Anna Chris also, yes, thank you so much for joining. Chris Erad, please come online. So I'm inviting Mudaila once again. So while we are speaking and gisting, other people can still join. All right. Yes, you just need a whole some few more people, you know, to talk about this, and you know, we can learn from this experience and what about done. So would I lie?
yes, sir.
Yeah, what I was saying was that if that guy would have, you know, would have received much bashing from Baba for 3 years, I'm sure that that guy by now, the guy would have been a very good guy, maybe either an instrumentalist or, you know, a singer or vocalist. You understand?
You are
Yes,
very right.
yes,
Baba does not insult you for fun.
yes.
If
You're
Baba
right.
insults you, it's not because he wants to make everybody laugh. It's just that the way he does it, we always ended up laughing. But I tell you the truth, whoever was the object of correction as at that time,
Correction.
he was trying to rearrange that person's character or ability to sing or correct some mistakes. And I'm sure that after that experience, you will be sure that the person will do well. Baba has insulted me before now. What was my own insult? I was always timid. I would go to Central Choir, I mean, kegbe mi, níbà wọn jókòó kiri. There were fine girls there. A lot of guys came to look for women. But for me then, I was one spiritual person. I would sit alone with my Bible and book. Most of them don't come with Bible. I'll sit and carry my Bible close to myself. When there is no music that we're just sitting down, I don't go gossiping. I'll just sit down and be looking. You know, even when they are singing, sometimes I find it difficult to cluster with other people. They will tell you that, oh yeah, learn part. You carry your notes, you join group, different groups, and you'll be learning your notes. You know, so sometimes I don't. So this particular day, Baba was watching my lips and he noticed that I was singing my notes wrongly. I was mokonjenu lọ́jọ́ yẹn. And what was the song we were doing? I think is Akpalashe Latonwa. So they initially put me in tenor. I'd been in. So one day they said my voice could not go high in tenor, that they should take me to bass. They now put me in bass. Me, I'm on party bass.
Okay.
So mo wan jẹnu. Baba now look at me and say, ìwọ bó ṣe ti pẹ́ tó ń bí kẹrin rèé tó ti ń wá bí ó tún jẹnu. And then I was very chubby. Ẹ̀kẹ́ mi tóbi jẹ lé lọ. Kò sí kan tí ò fi bú mi tán. Ẹ̀kẹ́ ńlá yẹn. Ìjọ gbọ́dọ̀ sí wá. Gbọ́dọ̀ sí wá tó ń ṣe jákujàkun bí. Mo ní Christ Castle ó ní abájọ tó lè kọrin. You know. And I said I should get up. Dídé. Lọ́dún síta náà ẹ lọ́kọ́ kó tó wọlé padà. They now handed me to another guy. The guy used to have afro like this. That was when we became very good friends. You know. So the insult I received that day, and I had to borrow notes. Me le kọ notes yẹn tán. Mo lọ photocopy gbogbo notes yẹn ni. Mo wáyàn lọlé. Mo lọ jókòó tì. Ó kọ́ mi ní gbogbo parts mi dáadáa. The following rehearsal, I was echoing my notes very well. Baba looked at me and fẹ́ kí n bú ẹ lénìí. You know, somehow, I don't know how Baba was able to do those things. He knows almost everybody. Baba would look at you, he may not know your name. He will look at you and say, Iwo, lójú woko ẹ, ó rò bí àmì mọ́, Iwo. When he says Iwo, you may think he's another person. He really meant you, and he knows your mistake. He knows your character. He's able to know many of the people there. And he will tell you your weakness. If they want to sing, he knows those that can sing some songs well. He will select and say, you, come forward. You stay back. You stay here. You stay here. Do you get? So, you know, that Baba was a genius. And then he will continue to live on in our hearts because no. He tọ́mání téèyàn bá wáyé tó ń rìn lórí ilẹ̀ tí ẹsẹ̀ ní ipa. You have footprints. Somebody who left positive footprints. His name can never ever be forgotten. His name can never be forgotten. As is in regards to CCC music, Baba Adetiran will be remembered as far as CCC is concerned. For real. That's one thing I know. I don't know how many albums they did in Central Choir. You know, if we look at the songs Central Choir has, if we start mentioning songs, how many of their songs do you know? We did some in Selelag then. How many of their songs do you know?
Okay, there's one that Biggie taught us, Oluwole by Central too.
Okay.
Oluwole, nítorí tó ṣe.
Àánú rẹ̀ pọ̀ títí. Yes. That one. Yes. That's one of the best songs. If they want to sing them in Central Choir. We used to have this problem then. Tabawa and choir, tó bá kọrin, tó bá ń treat orin kan, tó ń compose orin yẹn, tó ń ṣe, tó ń learn. Some people that know those songs, they will go and sleep. So there's something Baba does. Tó bá ti write orin, tó ń dictate orin títí, tó ń kọrin díẹ̀ títí. Later you see that the rehearsal looks dull, like everywhere is dry. Baba notice that okay, gbogbo bí it look dry. Ibi ò wà lively, àwọn èèyàn ti ń sùn, àwọn kan ti sá jáde, wọ́n ti lọ sùn sí kọ̀rọ̀. You know, he may say go and pour them water, but sometimes he will just look. He will not say, okay, let us take some very good melody.
Welcome, sir.
Oh yeah,
hello, sir.
Brother, can you hear me, sir?
The other, I can hear you, but I can't hear the other brother anymore. I don't know why.
We have Boyo Banton.
It's gone to blank.
Is it the brother Taiwo?
You know.
But I like, can you hear me?
I can hear you well, sir.
Okay. But see, you can hear me, you can't hear me. Okay,
I
let me
can
take you
hear
off
you. I
and
can hear you.
okay, let me take you off and I invite you again. Brother Taiwo.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So Brother Taiwo is joining. Okay, all right. You're welcome, sir. Brother Taiwo.
Hallelujah, sir. I can
Can you hear me
hear
now?
the other. I can hear you, but I can't
Would I
hear the
like,
other
can you
brother.
talk? Would I like?
I can hear you.
It's gone blank. Something is wrong there.
Okay.
Ah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, let me invite him
Is
again.
Brother Taiwo joining us live?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? Okay, wait. Would I like, let me take you off, I'll bring you back. Okay. Okay. Okay, he's going to join again now. Let me invite him again. All right, let's go, Brother Taiwo. Welcome, sir. How was church today?
Good, good, good. We are just coming from harvest again.
Yeah, okay.
No, harvest, yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, I can see him now.
Okay, okay, better. You're welcome, sir.
You are welcome on board, sir.
Yes, sir. Hallelujah, sir.
Hallelujah.
Yeah,
Brian,
but
let's
let's
see if
see.
we
Let's
can
go
still
on.
hear
You experience it, sir.
you because it seems like I'm not hearing Brian again.
You can't hear me?
Okay, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay,
Me, I'm
okay,
not
let's
hearing
go.
him. Oh.
But I can
Okay,
hear you, Brother Eli. I can hear Brother
it's
Eli.
only
I
me
can
you
hear
can't
Brother
hear
Eli
now.
also.
So you can, one can hear, one can't
Okay.
hear me. That's serious. Okay, okay, but let me do something. Okay, let me, anybody, I'll take one of you. God will just direct me. Then I'll take and bring it back. Okay.
So,
Okay, yes, let's cure this issue. And the priests. Okay, let's go on. Let's go on.
Yeah.
Okay. But can you hear me and see me now?
okay, Mr. Kenny,
Yes.
Aile Kenny. Brother Kenny, welcome
Eli,
online.
but
Brian, I think you should
can
take
you hear
me
me?
off and bring Brother Taiwo on and then bring me back on.
Okay, okay.
We
I
go.
don't understand this magic.
Brian, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Me too. I can hear both of you. Why did you
Okay,
take it
but
off?
see, let's continue talking. I will bring Brother Eli back soon.
Okay, okay, okay. Now, when I saw this your topic,
Okay,
I
sir.
really, I was thinking, well, it's the right time for having this kind of topic, especially in light of the fact that
Yes,
this week happened to be the week the great man is being celebrated and is passing on into glory.
yes.
First and foremost, I want to say it's a great privilege knowing this man. To be
Mm.
honest with you, see, when I look back and remember what this man has done, Baba Adetiran is the great man. There's if you are opportune to know him personally, you see that some of us knowing him personally is beyond central choir itself. It's beyond central choir. He want to know where you are from, what you are doing with your life. There's a lot. So, and it's not everybody that have come across this man that is really, decide to have that kind of intimacy or that kind of relationship with. Like Brother was saying that Baba Bambuyon, you know. But you see, one thing I cannot forget is the day Baba Adetiran decides to to talk about you. Don't let me say to abuse you. It's not an abuse. The day Baba Adetiran
Yes.
decide to correct you, let
To
me use the word.
correct you.
The day he decide to correct you, know that from that date, your life remain not the same again. Because for him, if you look at it this way, in the central choir, you have 200, 300 people, and if you decide
Yes.
to correct you, that shows that there's something in you that Baba has seen.
That he stays very
That's why I
correct.
pick. That's why I pick on you. You understand? It's not that people. I know people that we are in central choir till date. Baba Adetiran has never even said Bawoni. They come to
Yes.
central choir, they sing, they learn their part, and that's the end. You understand? But you see, if
Very
Baba
well.
did not decide to look after you or to correct you, that means you have to take every correction he has said on board. Because that means he has seen something about you. You see, when I look back, yes, and I look at what Baba Adetiran has achieved in the celestial field, you see, it is my own prayer. Let me put it this way. You see, my own prayer before Baba passed on finally, you see, along the line when we see all this sickness coming, blah blah blah, and I happen to be in conversation with people close back home and even Baba himself. You see, one thing I've always been saying is this, Baba, I hope Central Choir will not be the story of Central Choir will not be the same story with Celestia. And I'm going to tell you why I said this. If you look at it, after the passing to glory of Baba SBG Ostofa, look at Celestia, look at where we are. You understand? So my own prayer is I hope the story of Central Choir, because I can say boldly that we have suffered in that choir. You understand? So it will be a thing of it will be a great calamity if after Baba Adetiran pass on, we now see Central Choir going down. Like our brother was rightly saying that when he went to the parish in Korodu, they are saying, Baba taught us, we are doing this. You see, I love the way he called out that choir. You understand? But you see, I'm not going to blame them. You know why I'm not going to blame them? If you remember very well on this program, that was the day you brought Alagbaro Tinola should become. I said something to him. I said, Rotimi, when are we going to have a standardized hymnal for the Celestial Church?
Very
You see,
important.
in the Anglican fold, in the Methodist, in all these churches, there's a standard hymnal. There's no need for you to come and say, you see, this hymnal, they've been using it since century and they are still using it today. Nobody has woken up and say there's a
You change
spirit
it.
or there's a knowledge
And change
they've
something.
acquired. I want to come and change it. You understand? So by so doing, when we have such, that's the only time we'll be able to tell them now, okay, hold on. Where did you get yours from? We'll be able to bring your in and say, but sorry, what we have here is different from what we are sending. You understand? Because I could go on and say, okay, because I'm a musicologist and say, okay, I know how to do 4 parts and blah blah blah, and can sing
Yeah.
as well and can write parts to music is what I can do. You understand? But when you have authority, when you have people that have been delegated to do this and they have done it, but the problem is when they are not being able to document it so that everybody can have access to it, that's where we have a problem. That's why if I go to a church and they say, the same color in the same color, I won't be able to argue. You
Yes.
understand? I can only say, the buying concentrate. There are even some parishes with letting cover, it be our cover.
Ben.
They will say to you, point blank, is either you accept or you get Igbati. And if you don't want Igbati, you walk away. Do you understand? Okay.
Yes.
So
Very well.
that, you see, that is something that is really bothering my own heart as an individual. See, the project Central Choir, the level Baba Adetiran has taken it to, I'm hoping, you understand? It is my hope. You see, I happen to be in a lot of committee, left and center, all kind of things. But you see, the thing, the committee I was in, and we were discussing, and when some of the members of the committee now brought in all these, all this problem we have with our hierarchy, some are for this, and they brought it into that platform.
Yes.
I was mad. You understand? I said it straight away to the chairman of the board. I said, if we want change, and we that are clamoring for change can be talking this way, then there's no way we are going to get change. You understand?
Yes.
All these immunity Apollo, immunity Paul should stop straight away. You understand? So that alone, you understand, it's a huge task. I'm going to tell you, Adetiran have left a vacuum which will be very, very, very difficult for anyone to fill. Because it is going to be a very difficult task for anybody to do what Adetiran have done. Adetiran use all...
Taiwo, sir.
Sir.
Taiwo, sir. There is somebody I think Baba Adetiran should conveniently leave the mantle of leadership of that choir for.
Who is Baba Rotimi you want to
In
say?
fact, there are two of them. This man, Dr. Rotimi, and I don't know if he's an evangelist now, but Egbon should have become superior evangelist.
Listen, let me explain something to you.
Sheishola Gade can handle that choir.
No. I'm on a public space and I can say it. Sheishola Gade is a brother to me. Sheishola Gade cannot handle it. And I'm going to tell you why. Can Sheishola Gade use all his resources to serve that choir? The answer is capital no.
Why do you think he won't do that?
You see, let me explain something about Baba Adetiran to you. You see, Baba Adetiran, if Baba Adetiran has 100 euro, if Baba Adetiran has 100 naira, right? Baba Adetiran will spend 95 naira will go for Central Choir. You see that 5 naira with him, he will spend it to somebody like us. He might not spend a penny from that 100 euro. Do you think anybody can do that now? Let's be honest with ourselves.
It's a challenge. It's not easy.
They may not do that.
So you see, the reason why I'm saying this is, you see, there are people, the likes of Sheishola Gade, the likes of Dr. Rotimi, the likes of what's his name again now? I forgot it. There's somebody there I spoke with recently who was also, those old members. You understand? You see, and there are a lot of young people who Baba have trained in this field of musicology. You understand? You see, but there's one thing for you to be a trained musicologist. There's one thing for you to understand. You understand how to coordinate that choir. You understand? You don't be surprised. Look at it this way. Even before Baba died, while Baba was alive, I can tell you why Baba was alive. Before Baba was able to control the Central Choir, there are a lot of his Baba contemporaries who are also fighting him. These people don't know anything. You understand? These people don't have 1/10 of what Baba Adetiran carry. But yet, they are still disturbing this man. You understand? So you can see the battle Baba Adetiran fought to bring Central Choir to this level. You understand? It will take the grace of God. You understand? To have somebody who among us now today want to go with the central choir to Meko, there's no money. There's nobody to give you money. You go there, you could be there 3 days, nobody to eat, and Baba will be still there. Everyone, you understand? You see, the charisma he carries, the way he carry everybody along, it will be very difficult for you. Even when you are hungry, you still want to pass. It's just like when you have a coach of a football team. You know, you have players that want to play for him, regardless of whatever situation they find themselves. You understand? So the fact that these people, they understand the intricacy of what the central choir is. You understand? Of course, Dr. Rutin Ola should become. You understand? There's no doubt about it. You understand? He should be the person in charge. But you see, this is where my fear is. You see, when the battle starts with him, will he be able to stand it? You understand?
I
Like the
think he will be
battle
able to
Baba
stand
fought.
because he's been in the race for long with them.
I hope, my brother. That's my own hope as
No,
well.
he's been Baba's assistant for years. All my own years in Central Choir, he was there with Baba.
Look, I'm not saying he's not
He
there.
was our
He
organist.
is there and he's still there and is the most qualified person by celestial standard today. You understand?
Yes.
To be in that shoe.
Yes.
But what I foresee, you see, I've spoken with a lot of people. You understand? Even we have a platform that we are looking at now. Now, Baba Adetiran is passed. How can we sustain the central choir? You understand? It's a big ask. You understand? You see, we can go on and go on and go on and talk about it. Baba Adetiran has done his own. You understand? Adetiran has done his own, and he has done his bit. And to the glory of God, he did excellently well.
Well,
You understand? You
yes.
understand? But my own prayer going forward now is, number one, let us look at the celestial hierarchy itself. You understand? Remember, moderator, brother, if you remember on, I think it was Thursday, I was at work Thursday, I said something. I said the choir, the celestial choir, to begin to see themselves as an independent body. That
Yes.
when the choir is able to if the choir can acquire
Function.
that function as
Mm.
an independent body, not
Mm.
relying on
The power
people.
committee and others. Mm.
You understand? No, we don't rely on. Fine, we need finance, we need support. But you see, when you put all your support on look at àwọn NPIC, àbí pastor in council, àbáwọn kìíní kan prophet in
Mm.
council, àbí tọ́ba dá sí tiwa. You see, when that happens, you understand? It's going to be a big ask. Adetiran, bless
Mm.
her memory. Baba did not give a shit about all this. You understand? What he cares about is that central choir, that central choir, that central choir. Everything else. Because you see, when he started, like I said, there are a lot of people. These are the people that went to Ibadan to go and bring him to Lagos. They know from the beginning that this man is qualified. They are the one that brought him to Lagos to start this central choir. And they are the one that has Bogunti. How do they say it in English?
Mm.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
They are the one.
There is first line of antagonists
You understand? They are the
to
first
the
person.
ministry.
Somebody calling blah blah blah. But you see, to God be their glory. His steadfastness and his belief that this and one thing. I think last remember you said the choir we have today. We need to ask for the Spirit of God. You understand? If you look at our
Mm-hmm.
choir today, Spirit of God has taken back people.
Correct.
You understand? So we need, you see, I pray, you see, it is something I pray for that after this, after Babadit, final ritual and every other thing gone by, you understand? I hope, number one, the celestial hierarchy will not waste time. I can tell you categorically, I'm on a public space. There are a lot of politics going on now. at the top. Even but Rotimi that we are ascribing to, so that policy is going up at the top there. Like trying to, okay, we'll put him there, but we'll put somebody on his head. You understand?
Really?
It's possible.
Yes.
It's possible.
Is that possible?
It's possible
brother,
now.
it's possible
It's
now.
possible.
We know how it is. Okay, see, so like, you know, like a football team. One now on manager, I'm on head coach. You know, manager is senior head
Our
coach.
coordinator.
Sister Jenny say yes, sir. You are right, sir.
You know, I want head coach. You head coach, manager do head coach. You know,
Ben.
you understand? So if they put Ultimate there as the head coach and we have a manager, there's going to be a problem.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes, it's possible.
You see, the church itself, my prayer is the church should not waste time. Give him the mantle. Help him with the necessary resources.
He has the mantle already.
Now you give him.
By virtue of his position with Baba, the leadership mantle is automatic. It's automatically shifting to him.
Okay.
Does he need an inauguration to carry the
You know now, this is my brother. You see, in Celestia, you should understand what I'm saying. You see, if we try to be under denomination where there is check and balances, there's no even by now. You see, at times when I see some people on some platform, they address him as acting director of music. I just laugh. You understand? When I see that, I just laugh when I see those. You know why? Because people does. I'm telling you the truth. There are people already scheming. Do you understand? So that's why I said the celestial itself. You understand? If they want to do the needful, you understand? They should immediately install him as a director of music in the celestial fold.
Officially, yes.
And officially, so that will quench all these agitators. Right? That will quench all these agitators. And they should support him. Because before you
let me ask a question, sir.
Okay, sir.
Who are these supposed to be agitators? Can you mention 2 or 3 agitators?
They cannot mention. They cannot mention.
Go and ask FBI.
They cannot mention. The major.
Baba,
let's the major contribute.
Yeah.
The major.
Kò sí náà níbi tó wà ní ṣe méjì.
Ẹ wo wọn fún wa náà jàre mo wà ní afẹ́sẹ̀ rìhásà nítorí concert bàbá náà ni LOC la bàbá yìí. Yeah. So yeah, before I go into other things, I know there is a prevailing topic on ground with regards to some politicking in the church. But firstly, I met the man, Oluwole Adetiran, precisely 1995. I was an SS2 boy who loved music. So, and somebody from my local church brought me to the central choir. So getting into the compound, I was like, these people must be angels. For them to sing this well. So I'm right there and then. I made up my mind. Okay.
Continue, the major, continue.
So I was like, the least I can ever do is to sing or to be like these people. Do you understand? So against all odds, even when my parents never liked it, I was coming around, and Baba Adetiran made a complaint on a particular day that the place where he stays when he comes to Lagos, that they don't have access to water. And I volunteered myself that I will leave my school in Maryland. I will come to Bodson around Oshodi and Tony. So I will go and fetch water so that the man can be comfortable. So, and somehow, the Secretary General of Central Choir then, of blessed memory, Baba Sam Adeyemi, we call him SG. He saw a music manuscript with me. And he was like, who wrote all this, all the songs that we were doing? I was writing out all the parts. And he was like, how were you able to do this? He said, I said, I'm a secondary school boy. I don't even know if I'm doing it right. Do you understand? But the man just, he was the one that, he was the missing link. He just told Baba, I could remember that day, Baba would be witness. He just called me, said, Dr. Internet is a music like institution. You need to see what this small boy is doing. And the man, okay, was like, okay, you are a tenor singer, your range is tenor, but you're my joke to rating me, my understudy. And that was what changed my life musically. I became very close to him. I was doing it with joy. So now that is how I got close to him. Now, Brother Eli was talking about the disciplinarian part of Baba. That's one part of him that he doesn't hold back when he has to do it. I remember a particular year, I think it should be year 2000. I already told him we were preparing for the Good Friday service in Makoko. So I told him I was working with Bemil Security then. I was a part of Bemil Security band. And I told him, Ibisha, one year Mawasi Chapel, because that company has a chapel. So that I will join the choir for the 3 p.m. service. So we had an agreement. So by the time I got to Makoko, I met Barotimi outside with his wife. They were not married then. So somebody came and said, Barotimi, Babankpe Inule. Barotimi was like, Moshe Jade. So me that was just entering the mercy land, Jeje, Baba was standing at the entrance of the choir. So I was like, she was Dr. Monica Lokpo. I wasn't suspecting anything. Getting close to him, you need to see the resounding slap. He gave me, EYE. I got that slap and I was dazed. And was like, oh yeah, Malosori organ, I call my play for me. I couldn't. The first 5 minutes of playing that music, everybody in the Ilianu was hearing it, but I could not hear myself. Honestly, I could not hear myself. So Brashago Gabi was like, no, he came back later and he apologized that you're not mad, she must pay it. So that's Baba. Everything you see him do to others, he can do it to himself. All those insults, it has become part of him. Baba can castigate you behind you, but if you ask him the following day, he will say, he will never deny it. That's one thing about him. That's him. So he doesn't like taking things to have measure. He doesn't like have measures. Are we going to do these things? Let's do it very well. He's so passionate about whatever he does. He puts all his effort, he puts all of himself in whatever he does. And let me be sincere with you. If any of the church leaders, at the point in time where Baba had to do something, if any of the church leaders stands in his way, Baba is ready to insult that person. Forget about it. The year that Celestial Church clocked 50, Mr. Jolapamo organized a recording and he called Baba Adetiran, called all the stars in Celestial Church then, and he said he called it Parade of Stars. They made an album. Then Central Choir made an album too. So when they got to the cathedral in Imeko for the album launch, by virtue of Baba Jolapamo's closeness to the powers that be, he wanted that album sponsored to be launched first. But Baba Adetiran was of the opinion that the Celestial Church of Christ Central Choir is the diocesan choir of the church. So whatever has to be done, he must put that choir. So it became an altercation. And what Baba said was, ó dá kíjẹ tó bá jẹ́ ọ̀dọ̀ ẹni mo ti jẹun lálẹ́ àná má fún mi lóúnjẹ mọ́, ṣó tí ẹ mọ ṣọ́fà rí ni ṣó dá mọ́ ni. I'm telling you, that's Baba for you. He will say, he won't bother whoever's office is God. That's him. So, as a matter of fact, people that did not meet him directly, we have recorded a couple of projects. I've been involved in a couple of projects like tribute for him. The one I've come for this night is the Comforter Choir rehearsal towards the performance on Wednesday. There was another one that was handled by Rashi Sholabade. There was another one that Central Choir did. I was involved. There were people that were giving testimony that they never met Baba in person, but the influence he had on all of us, by extension, it's like the Bible talking about Apostle Paul, that after he died, the handkerchief that was dropped on his body, they dropped it on somebody with infirmity, and the person was healed. So that's the idea. Wole Adetiran's influence will still stay with us for decades, if possible centuries, because he pioneered. Fine, people brought him that come and lead this choir, but he pioneered. He brought another perspective to choir training, to organization of a diocesan choir. So, and my brother, let me tell you, he is the man, or if I'll say he was a man, because he lives on anyway. Then talking about the issue of Rotimi Oluwole, the first thing is he was the one that mentored me directly. Baba was like, oh yeah, Rotimi, that around 96, when Rotimi had to do his national youth service his national youth service in Adbo, Delta State. Me, a secondary school boy, I had to step into his shoes. Those kind of shoes were big, too big for me. But you know, I had even this my brother here, Bataiwo. They were the people that encouraged me because he had training of Orthodox Church. He had Orthodox Church background. So he told me that Adimeji Roba and Nikose, and all those things they shaped me. You understand? So, but I want to be, I must confess, there are lots of forces contending with him. Do you understand? And if I must confess, I don't understand why it has to be like that, because he is the most qualified person. He is the Elisha that worked with Wole Adetiran. You understand?
Yes.
He practically left his own father and took up the mantle. I was going everywhere with Baba. Ní ìgbà tó wọ̀ àti ìgbà tí kò wọ̀. You understand? When it was even not convenient for him. So now, let's just look at it. Who do you think is better qualified than him? I cannot even think of anybody. However, my greatest regret is
nominate you.
You understand? And my regret is the fact that somebody like Dari Alabi is no more, because he will have been somebody that will help Brother Rotimi to take care
who did you
of
mention now?
Dari Alabi Biggie.
Yes, Biggie.
There are some enforcement, there are some militant approach he will have brought to the table. That he will have been like, okay, but ultimately, take care of the technical part. Let us face the Ogun. I know he was more than capable. In fact, I cannot think of any Adafele that will want to come, that this man will not do it. I'm telling you. But you know, God knows what we don't know. Do you understand? So
I think Rotimi should adopt that lifestyle, because he's more of an introvert. But Rotimi doesn't talk. He's too gentle. He's too cold.
Yeah, that's his temperament, and you cannot take away a man's temperament from him. Yeah. Though he's being quiet, has some great qualities to it. If you have seen him come out, of his shell, you understand that. Let me tell you, to be head of department of the music technology department in Baropoli, then it is not a mean feat. I must tell you, but I went to Baropoli. Even I was doing engineering, but I used to go to the department a lot. Bros, it is no mean feat. You know, for a long time he has been working directly with the Oyo State government. You understand? So of course, he must be bringing something to the table for him to sustain that kind of position. But I believe he still needs some people around him that believe so much in his vision. Thank you very much. That's the word. That are ready to draw sílẹ̀ pé ẹni tó bá máa kú ni kó kú. He needs one or two of those kind of people. And you know, another person that I believe, if he is ready, if he sees this, you know, the Bible was telling us about when Mordecai told Esther that it may be because of this kind of thing that God made you the queen. Brother John Oshin is one of the powers that be in the Celestial Church hierarchy now. If he can choose, if he makes up his mind to support Brother and Central Choir. Brother John Oshin,
Yes.
he is a very strong man in the church now. Do you understand? So I'm
AG network.
Network.
Oh, and I'm really enjoying him. Oh.
Yeah, sure.
so if someone like Brother John Oshin can just like okay, Brother Timmy, Emma John Obo, níbi tẹ́mi náà lágbára sí èmi náà máa tó wá, then we'll be fine. Yeah,
Mm.
we were in rehearsal together on Friday. He attended and I realized he has, and he's also part of the burial committee for Baba Adetiran.
Yeah.
So I really believe if he chooses to stick out his neck, then things will turn out fine. So that's my contribution first.
Give me your
Awesome.
7. Thank you so much.
So, but I lie.
Yes, sir.
You see, me, I don't live in Nigeria. There are no everything that happen in Nigeria.
Everything.
You understand?
You can
You
be
see?
on board online.
No, my brother, let me be honest with you. You see, like I said, I let me find the right word. I love the Central Choir beyond love.
Mm.
And if you have been in an organization and you have suffered, you understand? Look, I was studying in Ibadan, but every Friday, come rain, come sunshine. Even
Mm.
at times, we have to enter Tanlese. You know Tanlese? Just to get to Central Choir. Honest to God. The meeting can bear witness. Tanlese. We don't have
What do you
money.
say you enter? What do
Tanlese.
you use to enter?
Tanlese. You know those
Tell
trailers.
me, see. I don't understand.
You don't know
What is
you don't
that?
know you know what is called Tanlese.
Stand letter.
You don't know what they call
Bọ́lẹ̀
Tanlese.
kájà.
Okay, well, Kaja. Okay.
Trailer that was just passing by. You know those trailers they used to carry all this malu.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good you mentioned it because several other people online will not even know what it
You
means.
understand? We enter those just to get to Central Choir practice. You understand? So that alone, you know, when you look at all that and to have seen the level, like at times when I talk to some current member of Central Choir, I always say to them, I said, you see the comfort you people are enjoying now. Some people suffered for it.
Yes.
You understand? The comfort some of them
Absolutely.
are enjoying now. Some people suffered for it. So if Baba Adetiran has been able to bring it to that level, don't make no mistake about it. Baba Adetiran also has his own flaws. You understand? Adetiran has his own flaws. No, there's no question about that. Baba Adetiran has his own flaws. But you see, if he has been able to bring it to this level, it is my own prayer. You understand? That the celestial church, the hierarchy of our church, you understand, do the needful. You understand? See, if they're able to do the needful, you understand, things will work out smoothly. But until they're able to do that, I see trouble coming on, my brother. Honest to God.
Mm.
Even Bolaroti me himself, I have personally discussed it with him. You understand?
I think we should have Central Choir alumni.
Oh, brother me, alumni, wow.
Even if we cannot to fight the battles with Dr. Rotimi, at least we can gather our 10 kobo.
Oh
Our
no!
10
You
pence.
see that one is in
To the
you see
ministry.
that one is in pipeline already. You understand? That one is in pipeline already. You understand? But you see, you can imagine if you have suffered a lot. That was I said. You see, when you mention these names, these are people that are known to me. You understand? But you see, there's something about Adetiran which all of them don't have.
Of course, of
You
course.
understand?
This there would be.
So
That sacrificial spirit.
Yes.
exactly. You understand? When you see Baba Adetiran is able to achieve what he's able to achieve today because the man himself, you understand, stood the test of time. You understand? It's not as if Baba Adetiran no does not see challenges. There are times where even go, he thought, imagine we will see Baba on a Friday. Baba knows that we don't have money. Maybe nothing. Even we are trekking from where we are living to the school, and he'll be asking you, Jerry Eleko, Jerry Eleko, yes, not as if you understand?
Good over.
But Jerry Eleko, my brother, the major now we know how to find ourselves to Iwo Road. When we get to Iwo Road, don't worry about that. We go to Lagos.
You got to
The money
Lagos,
that we have
definitely.
in our hand can only take us from Ibadan. From Songo to Iwo Road. From Iwo Road to Obanikoro. God will sort it out.
Obanikoro.
We'll find our way. You understand? So
Even during examinations,
you understand? Exam or no exam, you will get to center choir. No story.
you
We
have to
don't
get to
give
Lagos.
excuse. You understand? But when you look at that sacrifice, and some people will now stand up now with the backing of some people at the top.
Yes.
You understand? You see,
And so they want to take charge.
like John, the Meji have mentioned. I saw him. I spoke with him recently. You understand? It is my prayer that if we have people like that who I can say are our contemporaries that we went through Babadition, who are now Oluwabuton, they where they call or what the boy pay. You understand?
Mm.
So we can only pray that those people, you understand, they will be able to let the people at the top understand that look, the bá fẹ́ kí kinní yìí wà sustainable, the bá fẹ́ kí kinní yìí máa lọ kó yìí máa ṣe dáadáa, let these people be in charge. You understand? I'll give you an example. When Baba Adetiran passed away, there was a call that people are saying came down. I don't know, maybe you are aware of that. This came down of
Yes.
his
Yes.
something,
Yes. Yes.
right? Now, I happen to be in a group which I challenge that instruction. And the
That
reason why
directive.
that directive, the reason why I challenged it, I said to them, I said, if it is Wole Adetiran that I know, may his soul rest in peace, he will never support that idea. Because this is somebody that no matter how big you are, if you get into the choir store, you are not putting on your cape. You are looking, that is number one, looking for his trouble. You understand? And somebody
Yeah.
now thought, oh, the only way to celebrate it is to take the cape off. You understand? I challenge that authority. You understand? But unfortunately for that person, he now happens to be in a group which I belong to. So when I now saw that name, me, I know they care of my brother. People that know me knows. Straight away, I just text him. I said, I don't even know you are here, my brother. Can you tell me can you tell me why you gave this directive? And it turned into argument. But me, I call his bluffs anyway, straight away. I said, look, let me be honest with you. That your directive does not hold water. I know some churches should do it too, but for me, for what you have said, you are totally off. People like that, I'm telling you to be honest with you, people like that are people I'm talking about that are coming saying that we have our own. Don't be surprised. They'll bring one doctor now that will say he also has doctorate in music, even
He music. Yes.
after PhD, professor. You will soon see professor of music in Celestia very soon. You understand? That's why I said it is my own prayer as we celebrate this great man. You understand that what he has sacrificed the whole of his year, the better part of his year to bring us. You understand that we will be able to continue where the work has stopped. We're able to take it to a greater height. You understand? So that our story, the Celestial Choir story now, will not be the story of Celestia. You understand? because
Yes.
you
Very
know,
well.
you understand. So it is that's my own prayer. That's the only thing that will give me joy. You understand? When I see, you see, I follow the central choir everywhere. You understand? A lot of choirs like that. You know, when you listen, even when they are their practice, at times some of the current people there, I say, no, say, come your basic life, we like my band practice. You understand? It's just the sheer love. You understand? It's just the sheer love. So it's prayer. You know, is hopefully after everything is done, there won't be any drama. You
Yes.
understand? It will be smooth sailing. You understand? I agree totally with everything you have said. You understand? We all know, but we are praying that after do's and done, after 33, you know, our church hierarchy, because we need the church. We cannot do it without them. You
Yes,
know.
of course. Mm-hmm.
So that's my own submission.
Thank you so much, Brother T. God bless you, sir. D
Thank you, sir.
Major, Eshegon, thank you
Baba,
so much. Yes, you want to add more
you're
comments?
welcome, sir.
Brayo,
D
àwọn
Major,
èèyàn
you
ńlá
want to
ńlá
talk
ńlá ńlá
more?
lẹ gbé síbi yìí o.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àwọn alágbára ní
Àwọn
wọn.
ọ̀gá mi ní àwọn ọ̀gá mi ní central choir lẹ gbé wá síbi lálẹ́ yìí o.
Ọ̀gá kẹ̀, ọ̀gá,
Olúwa fagbára
ọ̀gá
dọ̀tun.
lọ́wọ́.
Brother
Ayé
Chidi, you are welcome. Olajide Adumo, God bless you. Thanks for joining.
If we were to give music rank in Celestial Church, we will be giving these people most superior singing instrumentalist.
Wow. But if we really must be sincere with ourselves, the church and by extension the central choir laid a very strong foundation for all of us. The
Mm-hmm.
foundation was just too strong. So as a result, when we now went out there to other denominations, we were able to absorb a lot of things from them. So you understand? And the
Yes.
foundation we had in became a kind of how will I put it? Became a blending machine to like put all the resources together. Do you
Yes.
understand? So your
Mm.
personality, the foundation of the central choir, whatever other things you got out there, it defined
Yes.
most of us. Do you understand? So
Mm.
when I left central choir then, for many years, I find it very difficult to sleep on Fridays because my system was already attuned to that Friday night
To
To
Friday
that
rehearsal.
night.
lifestyle, it's
Do
become
you
a
understand?
lifestyle.
So you know the only like it's only on Good Friday and the Friday after Christmas. Then probably the one if the Friday falls on the first 3 days of the year. But by the following week in January we have resumed, and we were always looking forward to the Central Choir rehearsal. Do you understand? So there were times that I left my house in Ojota 1 a.m. because I slept off. Àwọn mọ́tò tó lọ dalẹ̀ nù ní àwọn mọ́tò tó lọ dalẹ̀ nù tó ń padà bọ̀
Lóru.
ni máa kó sínú ẹ̀ pé ẹjọ́ ẹjẹ́ ń bá yín dọ́ba ní kòrò. Do you understand? The passion was there. It had so, and because Baba Adetiran himself personalized it. Do you understand? He
Mm-hmm.
sacrificed even his health. He sacrificed his properties. More than 2, 3 vehicles got spoiled between Lagos and Ibadan. Do you understand? It became
Yes.
a must. You understand? And you know, when he had already personalized that sacrifice, we do not have a choice. There are some, I
That's the
got a
point.
point that the music we enjoy in Central Choir, it gave us a kind of distaste for some music in church. So some of us we don't even go to church on Sundays. We'll be like, ẹ wò kí la fẹ́ lọ gbọ́n bẹ̀ jàre, wọ́n kàn máa ní wá lára ni.
Then,
Ẹ jẹ́ kí Friday
yeah.
dé ká lọ. You understand? So because some of us we even lost that tolerance for music that's not at par, that is
Mm-hmm.
not at par with
What
what
they
we
learn.
listen to in Central Choir. You understand? But what I can say is, like you said, everyone out there, even the ones in the diaspora, in whatever way we can lend our support, so that the choir
Yes,
can continue to thrive. Can
that's true.
continue to thrive. It is very, very important. It is very important.
I just pray,
I will love. Okay,
God will bring
go on, sir.
God will bring somebody that can give it his all, because Baba Adetiran gave it his all.
And do you know what? Need I say this? Even at this time, there are some members of the central choir that maybe some of them in school in Ibadan, maybe UI Ibadan Poly, but ultimately goes out of his way to transport them down to Lagos. Do you understand? For rehearsals weekly, he gives them transport fare from his personal purse. He does all those things. So it's like Wole Adetiran reincarnation is manifesting in him.
In him,
Do you
yes.
understand?
The
Yeah.
spirit is already
So
upon
and
him. He knows the way.
exactly. So and we know very well that if he is left at it, he will soon grow weary. So for him not to grow weary, support should come from everywhere, from left, right, and center. Even if it's just word of encouragement, you understand? He needs people. He really needs people. Do you understand? Thank you very much. I think I need to take my leave because it's already dark here and I need to go and join the rest of the choristers.
All right. All right. Thanks so
Thank you
much,
very
God
much for the
Signature.
bless you,
honor.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
God bless you,
God
Radimiji.
bless you,
More
sir.
good to
Thank you so
you.
much.
Yeah.
All right. Do have a nice time.
Amen. Amen. You too, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. All right, sir.
Yes. Yeah, would I like, are you with me? Okay. So you can see those experiences. We had them. Yeah, as I said, as I mentioned, Brother Shidi, thanks for joining. Oluche 28, thanks for joining. Damnola Nana, thanks for joining. Serikin Furniture, thanks for Adekunle Nana, thanks for joining. I thank everybody for joining. So we still have some few minutes more that we can share our experiences. Please, let's come up as soon as possible so that we can take, we need to put the program to an end. However, we still need more people to, share their experiences. I know from even these ones we have heard, of course, they bring a single message that Baba has impacted celestial youths musically a whole lot, a whole lot. You understand? Baba has impacted us a whole lot, and many people will not say you cannot mention, you cannot but mention that at one point or the other, even if there was no direct relationship or experience with Baba Adetiran, all the things he has done, is has affected, positively our music. And that's what we are saying, that we are celebrating a legend. We are paying tribute to the legend. We are paying tribute to someone that has, given his all, sacrificed a lot, to empower his generation, the younger generation in music. Yes, Brother Chiji, I would like to bring you on so you can share some few experiences with us. Maybe one or two, then we can move. Oluche also. Okay, Brother Chidi, you are waiting. All right, sir. But actually, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
You're welcome, sir.
Are you hearing me? Hello?
How was church today, sir?
We bless God.
Hallelujah.
So, how are you doing?
Yeah, fine, sir. Fine. Thank you so much for joining, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go there.
Yeah. Sorry, the network in this area was too bad. About 2-3 hours I've been trying to connect, but thank God for another what is it called? My day something. Yeah. My experience in Central Park, oh God. Man, if I start today, I don't think I can finish it because I will just see some few experience like that. The first time I get to, what made me get to Central Choir, or what made me attend it, or whatever drama I went to do, was when we were in Somolu, Paris, at Enupan side for an harvest, and I saw fire, then the way she was singing, and they were like, Bolele, if you are, yeah, no point, Angel. And the people said, if you want to see her, Tanya is the wife of blah, 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 blah. I tell you, blah, blah, blah. The place you can meet them is when you get to Center Fire. You wouldn't get Center Fire. That was 1995, precisely. 1995, I joined the Center Fire. So we went there on Friday. We saw everything. Honestly, they never up for me. Center Fire, people said, what is your point? I ain't buying some. When you hear them sing, honestly, you'll be crying when you are seated. It's not a joke. You'll be crying where you are seated, listening to great men and caliber of musicians, singers, dedicated. Honestly, the likes of the likes of Tyler, his ex-wife, the likes of late Gary, the likes of Eli Safety, the likes of the Adetiran. Then the Adetiran was young then, but eventually now he has a lot of gifts. He was quickly recognized and fetched out. The likes of this young guy again, Akin is I think he's in Greece too or three. So many of them. Then the likes of who there's this lady Bobosi. I used to call her Bobosi. I don't know her real name, but so many of them like that. Honestly speaking, my dear brother, when I got there, Diamond Mobini is there. I used to there in the country. So where I was coming from. then I was in CNX, then I was born CNX, then they were like, friends, I want to let me remember. Honestly, my orientation changed immediately. Over the day, no, students get them by now. People that want to live, okay, say, in your corner, àtàwọn ẹni ìta, this thing like this. But what I'm telling you, but when I got there, I'm a sharp boy. Everything not in there, there. So I had to blend immediately. I started playing guitar. The Baba said, I said, but I want this. But we were groups like Ugande, Taiwo Ugande, like just okay time. We went there together at the same time. I did Kabasa, every one of us, I did the every one of us that went there together, and we were like that kind of squad, about 9 of us. We had to just pick ourselves. I went to the guitar. My younger brother, John, my immediate younger brother, we were like, he was the one playing bass, I was playing the big guitar, and so many people like that. Honestly, my brother, I learned a lot. Even more, music quality there. Music quality there. And first, to my good part, let me just talk to you. I didn't used to attend any celestial church except for Papa. I don't go to services. That Friday is my own service day. From 10 to 6, honestly, it has never been boring. It has never been a boring rehearsal. I've never seen that kind of rehearsal. We used to have 1 hour break. In fact, Sabbath is on Monday night. We'll be playing that Friday. Friday. And till now, I've never seen that kind of rehearsal. Peaceful rehearsal you enjoy. I don't get it in my mind, but central choir, take it more. You will be blessed. You will meet great talent. You will be blessed. Then several things came. I think it came in around 2000. No, around 1997. Precisely 1997. But so now when they we were like, when we get to Meko like this, one of my said the big value for the center choir. I'm telling you, some people came to the center choir to Meko. Come and hear different angelic voices. Angelic voices, what? Oh God, what? Honestly. Then there was one thing I learned from Baba. Till today, I used to apply everywhere I go. Seminars I've gone to, I used to feel there. Music is not about you, especially Western music. It's not about you, it's about God. So I learned that from him. It's not about your skill. Baba has skill. Baba is a guitar player. He's a pianist. He's serious ordinary to don't down. Anytime you are playing into a sing song or maybe classical orchestral song like that, if you try to want to say you will stop it. He will say, he will collect that guitar from you and see it and things that, I want to talk about he will say something. And from that day, I learned that sometimes if you are playing with so many people, you have to play together. Not trying to understand anybody. So today, I've learned that and let me tell you, I have become a legend to do this thing. But people also see me that, many people are dying this discipline prayer and things. And I tell people, it's not about you. It's about playing together, not just you trying to overshadow one another. There was a time, my horrible time. There was a time I stopped going for the conference because it wasn't easy for me. From the Baba Wole to what's it called, to Opani Koro. Okay, they just stopped me. And one day, Baba was like, and he told me under the tree. Stella and I were in the same class. Stella and I were in the same class. We were like under the tree trying to stay still. Stella and I were so close. We were like saying these things we learned from and Mawunyo, oh God, my good friend Mawunyo. We were in the same class. Our class, we used to still see that we are from. In fact, I'm more water. Other people will just come and they sing.
Putting part, even though it's a music school, but nǹkan táwa náà fi jẹ ní music school àwọn mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀ta yẹn tá a bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ àwọn mẹ́rin yẹn tá a bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ báyìí ifá táwa tá tiẹ̀ wá ní class yẹn tá a bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ there was one day bàbá wa gbọ́ nínú ọ́fíìsì wọn máa ń gbọ́ ọkọ̀ bọ̀tà ni ọkọ̀ nìkan pè mí ni èmi tẹ̀ pé wọ́n fẹ́ inú wọn fẹ́ dùn pé àwọn gbọ́ kinní kan ọkọ̀ ní kí n gbé tí mo wá mú rè pé náà ṣe ẹ wò ìfọ́sí olóyìí náà fún mi sá. My saddest day I thought he was going to give me an award pé ìfọ́sí olóyìí ni and I didn't say anything. Normally in school a lecturer cannot slap you for anything but because them on pé HOD àdèmọ bíta àjọ DC and I kept people were like why must he slap you? What did you do? I said, ẹ má dá sí o. Ẹ má dá sí o. In fact, that same incident happened. A lecturer slapped HND2 students. Yes, sir. Ẹ gbàgbé. HND2 students, ó 40 padà straight ni. Kí ni ẹ sọ yìí? Ó dá padà straight nínú department wọn yẹn. So people were like, àṣeyẹ bóyá kí nìkan pọ̀ ní you fẹ́ kú ṣá ṣé mo bí tí mo ti ń bọ̀ ni. So that was my saddest time when I was like okay mo á pé bàbá kí lè rẹ́gìn ṣe ni mo ní kó máa wá sí rìhásà ó wá kíríkọ́ ikọ́ mo ní ṣètò yóò lè fọ́ mi létí. I was embarrassed that day but honestly speaking I learned a lot. Is a real gem honestly and ẹ bá wo gbogbo wa ta pass through bàbá. When you listen to our music, our albums, our individual albums or everything, that decent music, decency yẹn wà nínú ẹ̀ sà, discipline yẹn wà nínú ẹ̀ sà. Honestly, go and search it. If I tell you to go to social medias where my about 30-something songs were, you will see it in the song. Both the harmony, the everything, you will see it there. And others, Deji, all these people, Shola, listen, you will see it. Gbogbo ẹ̀ hàn bẹ́ẹ̀ gbogbo wọn tí wọ́n ta ṣe tẹ́tẹ́ pa ẹgbẹ́ ẹ mọ kí ni ẹ ti mọ ọ̀ra ó ti dùn wọn á dẹ̀ ti rí light bí ìgbà téèyàn rí light téèyàn bá dé tẹ́tẹ́ pa ẹgbẹ́ yẹn ó máa rí light bí tẹ́ ẹ ti ń bọ̀ ẹ máa gbàgbé bí tẹ́ ẹ ti ń bọ̀ sà you will see that light that wow what is happening here bíbá yàtọ̀ o. In fact some of us don't even go to churches. I can tell you we don't go to other or Sunday by kò ń yá wa lára láti lọ church a kò máa jókòó síbi tá a wà because nta àti ṣe Friday yẹn àfẹ́ kí kankan tó tẹ̀ bàjẹ́ so there are a lot of things to learn and I believe that the person that is there which I really trust because we have been with him a long time ago Bra Rotimi is someone I respect a lot and I am Central Choir Celestial Worldwide is still in safe hands. Celestial Central Choir the leadership now Bra Rotimi I don't call him acting. Èmi ò pé ní acting. Èmi ti ordain wọn already. He's already the music director. I am assuring you that the Central Choir music Celestial Worldwide is still in the safe hand of Bra Rotimi. I am sure, and he's a professional in what he does. He does it well. In fact, sometimes when tí bàbá ò bá fi bẹ́ẹ̀ ráyè bí wọ́n lọ sùn torí pọ́n ti ṣe so many things he will still be the one òun ló máa pín wa sí part àwọn náà máa ṣe so many things. I want to assure the Celestial Music that we are still in safe hands and when we want to Celestial Choir is the only place like I said I was talking about concert in Imeko. Central Choir is still the best choir that I feel that at least tí gbogbo èèyàn bá fẹ́ wá sí mẹ̀kún yẹn kan join as in service lèmi sọ èmi sọ jamboree nu service.
Hello, sir.
Is the only place that when you listen to them, in fact, ẹ máa rí Ọlọ́run spiritually báyìí ẹ máa rí
Can you
Ọlọ́run
hear
báyìí,
me?
honestly speaking. So I had a lot of experiences and I enjoyed myself. Honestly, I enjoyed myself. Memory yẹn ò tiẹ̀ lè tán lórí mi. Ó
I
ṣì
want to
máa
ask the man a question.
yes sir.
Okay, Evang.
Which year? From which year to which year were you in Central Choir?
95 from 1995, sir.
Till when? When did you stop?
This is Bodachi, the guitarist.
I stopped actually probably did I stop? I didn't actually stop anyway. But I only stopped coming for rehearsal, but I didn't actually stop. Anywhere I see them, I must enter that choir. Baba will
You know
allow
when you
me.
stop the house and you have stopped, no, yeah.
Me will stop. I did stop. No, sir. Gbogbo ìgbà tí n bá ti bá wọn ní anywhere bóyá mo travel wá sí area kankan. Of course, like last time they came, last 2 months, they came to Abeokuta with Brarotime. There was no drummer. And the classical song they sang, at least they used orchestra, they brass, everything. I had to play the drums. He called me that I should help him look for a drummer. But and a talking drummer. And I said, priority me. Shall I help you? Because it's very risky if I try to get you, no matter how professional that person is. They don't know your music.
Yes.
They don't know me. I said, don't worry. And I got him a drummer. When I got him a drummer, I was standing beside him on the stage. The song they were singing, ọ máa ń pè àwọn kankan ní ẹ mọ àwọn style kan wà tẹ́ pé gíjẹ́ gbogbo èèyàn ló mọ style. Classical music can be turned into àwọn kẹ̀dẹ̀rẹ́ àwọn sọ classical yẹn di sing song náà. So do you understand? A little bit of sing song inside that classical wọ́n lùlù sí wọ́n ṣe kan. Èmi dẹ̀ mọ in and out kìíní orin yẹn. I had to tell the drummer to stand up and I sat there. Then àwọn gbogbo àwọn tó wà lábẹ́ òkúta àkọ́kọ́ ń wò pé mo ti rí àwọn bíbù yìí tí mo wá ń play pẹ̀lú wọn tí mo dẹ̀ ń gẹ̀ tiẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n dà pé ṣé àjọ rehearse pọ̀ ní àbí kí ni mo ní ẹ̀ that was where I started from. Abájọ́ I can see even Brarotime every one of them most of them they are wọ́n young àwọn tó wà ń bẹ̀ àwọn kékeré gbà wọ́n young wọ́n ṣáà ń rí i pé mò ń blend mo ní ẹ̀ Brarotime ló ṣe wọ́n sọ fún wọn pé àwọn eléyìí. So you understand? It's not if I left. I've not left. I still went to Lagos to play in the album they did. So
okay.
Okay.
I want to ask you.
Yes, sir.
What was your most bitter experience with Baba?
Mo ti sọ wọ́n fún mi ní bàbá ẹ̀fọ́ tí olóyè ní Ìbàdàn Poli.
I heard that one. Apart from that one, during rehearsal, have you had experience where he had to insult you seriously?
Ìyẹn normal ó ti mọ àwọn lára. Kò jọ wá lójúmọ́. He will tell you pé kí ló play. What are you playing? You are playing nonsense. And let me be frank with you, Baba. Let me be frank. If you like playing, Baba will bring you down. As in, he will step you down. Baba will never tell you pé. Baba will never tell you pé. More night music. Koto play wow. Lie. You can't get that from him. Lie. Even though he likes it, he will tell his guys. I want to one inside one. Boy and play. But in the show you sir, Baba ò ní sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ fún yín láyé Baba máa ní rubbish ló play yẹn ṣe mọ̀ rubbish ló play. Wọ́n ò pé nǹkan táwọn èèyàn wọ́n sọ fún mi pé má dá wọn lóhùn wọ́n gbádùn ẹ̀ gan. Àwọn máa wọ́n dà pé àtàlà fẹ́ believe by Baba will not tell you. Àwọn tí mo mọ̀ fẹ́ máa mọ̀ ń pa ẹ̀ Baba will not tell you pé that was a good music like wọ́n kọ́kọ́ wá Baba ọmọ ajára kì í ná number one. But inside him, one of way you did well.
Well, yeah.
Baba nìyẹn Virgo ni bọ́n ṣe máa bí Virgo I'm a Virgo too bọ́n ṣe máa ń ṣe nìyẹn. Wọ́n láì kí ni ẹ̀bùn wọn ní sọ fún yín láíláí. Wọ́n ní sọ fún yín, wọ́n máa jára kì í.
From 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 Brother Deji, Brother Deji saying if Wole no insult you, you no be member of Central Choir, you just the waka pass. So just add the
Honestly,
your thing.
ẹ máa tún sọ fún ẹgbẹ́ wọn ní màá lù ẹ bolẹ̀. Ṣé mo mọ̀ yẹ́ ẹ rí ni? Ṣé èmi mo bá yẹ ẹ sùn ni?
ṣẹgbọn kan tó ń sọ sórí message wọ́n ní Pastor Chidi go back and help Barotimi.
I was there, the boy. I came to Lagos he invited me and I went there and of course we help. He's now our HOD, so we'll help him now. Why? We have been helping Barutimi. He's a good man, honestly speaking.
He is. He surely is.
Àwọn máa appreciate ju bàbá lọ. Bàbá máa appreciate bọ́ wọn ní sanwó-ajú ń láyé. He will not tell you to your face like he will say it at your back but he will not tell you. Ó dà pé wọ́n máa ń fi pé táwọn bá ṣe bọ́ ọ̀bọ̀ yẹn orí ọ̀bọ̀ yẹn máa wú wọn fẹ́ máa ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé.
O nílé improve dáadáa mọ́. Wàá rí ìgbé kan tó ti mọ̀ ní tí mọ̀.
Exactly, that is style oye. But Barotimi is a professional, so he knows what he's doing, and I believe that Central Choir is safe in his hand. Honestly, kò sẹ́ni tó lè ṣe sá o. Kò sẹ́ni tó lè ṣe because ọjẹ́ ẹni tó ní sùúrù gan. Ọjẹ́ ẹni tó ní sùúrù gan. Ọjẹ́ ẹni tó ń kóyàn mọ́ra gan. Ó dẹ̀ jẹ́ ẹni tó yẹ pé he respects you when he talks to you. He respects you when he talks to you. Wọn kì í fojú commonize èèyàn. Mi ò sọ lẹ́yìn wọn mò ń sọ nítorí pé nǹkan tí mo mọ̀ ni àwọn kan dẹ̀ mọ̀ nǹkan tí mo sọ yìí. So I'm not flattering him. I don't like to flatter people at all.
So Brachidi, if I ask you, what were the spiritual encounter you encountered in Central Choir? For me, when we finish rehearsal, I will go and pray at Ileanu. That was the first time I saw vision by myself. That was spiritual. What was the things you encountered?
My own is because by me, Sherry orin Central Choir gan lásán. Ẹni tó bá súnmọ́ Ọlọ́run, I was touched and a máa ríran. Ọlọ́run á dẹ̀ máa bá sọ̀rọ̀. I got a lot of, in fact, I got more close to God anytime gbogbo ìgbà tí mo join Central Choir because orin wọn, I'm very emotional. I am emotional when I listen to some songs that probably because I am gifted by His grace. Do you understand? So mo mọ rírì orin nítorí máa ń ṣe nínú ayé mi. In fact, I prefer to sing than to pray. I prefer to sing, to worship than to pray, sir. Till date, sir. And things has been happening. I can take, if I know you have a good song, I can take your song and be playing it and be crying to God and be not crying for help, no, and be worshiping Him. That's my prayer. Mama Sukunbe ọmọdé ni o. Torí orin yẹn ó wà inspired mo ṣe play number one. Ó wà inspired mo ṣe fẹ́ fi gbàdúrà. So that's what I do. So Central Choir, honestly, I know that Barotimi will do better than the ones we have done before.
Chidi, really enjoyed you.
Yes, sir.
In fact,
Are you sure?
Yes. This year it's short and it's very very resourceful too. Okay, but that time we say, ọmọ Igbo speaking Yoruba properly. Oh, what did double you are? What did you double you are? Okay, okay.
Central Choir, Central Choir has led me to being a kind of good Christian. Ọlọ́run, even tí n bá wà ní any church, mo sì lọ sí Ìjàyè lénìí. Ìjàyè ṣe adult harvest today. I was there in Ìbàrà. The people I so much like more again ni àwọn Ìbàrà. Tọ́mà ṣe service. Àwọn yẹn máa ń ṣe service náà. That's another central, they are choir, but wọ́n máa ń ṣe ní Central Choir ń gbà yẹn. They are so talented. Ìbàrà, honestly, when you listen to them. Then the day I listened to Akoka One, what's this guy so huge by? I've forgotten his name. Akoka one lower. What I call him is Akoka one. Akoka, yes sir. That guy is right. It's good. The choir, everything. Then Bara. Ṣé àwọn kan wà dẹ́pẹ́? Wọ́n ti máa ń rí tó bá ti wá kọjá time orin ẹ̀sìn yẹn tán fẹ́ bọ́ sí àwọn orin owó gbá kinní kan ìkan. Mo máa jáde sà. Mo máa jáde. Kò sí nǹkan téèyàn lè fi mí ṣe o. Mo máa sòótọ́ fún yín. Mo máa jáde because ó máa ń wà tó gbàgbà. I love Sele hymns. I love CNS hymn. I love Anglican hymns. I love hymns. Ṣẹ́rí àwọn nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ ó kọ̀ máa ń dùn mí pé we are losing. Though some churches are very, 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 very serious about service, we are losing it. Tá a bá ṣọ́ra, gọ́gọ́ máa overtake. Ó tiẹ̀ tí ń overtake so many things. And I know the EXCOs, I know this platform I am, that you are there, we have been talking about it to bring back the service ẹ̀sìn back to church. Honestly, ayé ẹ̀sìn yẹn kó wà fún ayé ẹ̀sìn. And do you understand? Ibẹ̀ lèmi ti rí tẹ́ pé ó dẹ̀ hàn nú ayé mi báyìí, ó ń hàn nú life mi. When I'm in the church, lè rí mi kí n jáde, even during ìwàásù, mi ò ní jáde sà. Lè rí ayé ìgbà yẹn nìyẹn.
Daddy, good evening, sir.
Mi ò ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú wọn mọ́. So, who is this man? Adechi. Àwọn tí mo sọ ń pa ẹ̀ nìyẹn, so do you understand? So kò sí nǹkan tí mo sọ tí mo lè parọ́, àwọn agán já mi tí bá pọ̀rọ̀. So I love worship, I love service, I love him. Honestly, that is when I meet God. That is when I have relationship, serious one. Shemo, give honor to whom honor is due. So I reserve my case.
Thank you so much, Brother Chidi. God bless you. Suzanne, Larry Stars, official, Peter Egbeola, thanks for joining. Team Soul, that top, Dream Piano. Thank you for joining. Shaba, we're expecting you to come online. Studio Mili, to come and talk about your experience, Baba. God bless you. Brother Deji, God bless you, sir. Thank you so much. Brother Chidi, appreciate Oluwa.
Yes, sir.
Brother Deji, let's go there.
Ekaleo, good evening.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Good
thank
evening,
you. I'm only me, but I'm not joining in. Sorry, it's kind of late here, but
yes, we can hear you.
So okay, yeah. I mean, it would be an anomaly if I don't join to discuss about it, and also it's because it's my story isn't complete without him. Let's say it that way. So when I joined the Central Choir, I mean, not even when I joined, the first day I stepped, because I didn't join. Before I joined, I was already one of the stars in Mushin, you know. You know, so, and I came with the attitude of, you know, let's go and see.
Okay.
You know, that was the kind of attitude I came in with. And, you know, when I got there, I was not only silenced, you know, I was surprised, you know, and from that moment I said, this is where I want to be. So, and I remembered because actually the story was, I met Bodizanu had his child's naming ceremony, his first son. So that boy should be, I don't know how old, he's had to pay 20 something soon. And at that naming ceremony, I went to sing. And that was when I first saw Sheikh Olagbade and Dare Alavi. So the next week, I was like, wow, where are these guys from? So they told Central Choir, can you come? So I said, okay, we are going there. So I went to Central Choir and I saw Dare, but he had seen me perform. So he was like, boy in Kokome. And there's a funny story. I can't remember, it was 2 weeks before that or 2 weeks after that. So Dare gave me the microphone to sing. It was when Baba went to pee. Baba. So when he came back, he saw me with the microphone. And he was like, who the hell is this? Talugbe microphone Vile. So that was actually Professor. So that was Baba, no. You think this is a kindergarten choir? I just gave him a microphone. Do you ask me? So he grabbed the mic from me in front of like 200 people, you know. And I was like, oh my God, okay. So, but I saw the place like this is a place for learning. So whatever I think I was, it's time to drop it and really soak myself into. So I said, don't worry, I'm here to stay. I'm gonna be one of those people that you would just give the mic to, you know. So to God be the glory. At some point, I was like, when Sheyi and Dari were leading, I was the main tenor, let us say. I was teaching sono parts as well. So the funny thing was, even before that happened, I did a concert in my church. Chido was there, Dimeji, everybody.
Yes.
Baba has not seen me perform. Then after he took the mic from me, you understand? Sheyi was there, and that time I was already arranging music anyway. So he was like, Anis violin, fere, trombone, tenor, trumpet, anything. So it was like a full choir with, you know, with horns and all of that. So he was surprised.
With Yemi Sax.
With Yemi Sax. If you remember who Yemi Sax, Yemi had just started then. So they were like, perform choir instead of him to praise you. So the first thing he told him is like, hello, phone betting. Hello, Nikoma conduct. So he started to say all these things in the church. I train, you know. So the funny thing was, the next week I didn't go to the Central Choir's rehearsal. The following week that I was kneeling down for almost 3 hours. Like, because normally you kneel down and then they let other people come in. So he was just asking everybody to stand up, except me. And I mean, going back, what he was trying to do was to test my patience, to see how far are you willing to go for this thing. You understand? And it taught me humility. Is I mean, of course, I've always been, you know, my uncles. Since I was a kid, I always perform with people who are older than me. So they think that, okay, you are the boss when you are singing, but after the singing, go and sit down in the car. So Baba was one of those people, you know, that taught me that. I'm like, sit down there. After a while, it was like, so I became an important part of the choir, let us say. And through that, now here's the other side of the story. The other side of the story is that it took me to Ibadan Poly to go and study. But my result was not complete. I needed English or something, whatever, I can't remember. Anyway, when it was time to enroll, our guys got into ND, but I couldn't get into. Even Luciano got into ND1, but Baba didn't want me to go back to Lagos without putting me in Ibadan Poly. So he kept trying every way. It was like, so I slept in his house. We ate in his house. So I was like, Baba Yami, and he's doing all of me. If I tell you that Baba created a different course for me.
Yeah, 1 year.
So he started what he called the certificate course of me, just to accommodate school, to make sure that I was there. He created that specifically. And I didn't know what he was going to do. I didn't know what he was going to go. Nisuru, I'm a walk. And so so the funny thing is, sometimes at the party, Baba never put bus stop, you know. Kishe polio, kishe bus stop polio. I worry about kilometer for Iwo Road. I think
Akwete.
Iwo Road. No,
Akwete.
Iwo Road.
Okay, Iwo Road. Yeah.
Iwo Road. Ariba nínú on lo 504 kan gbà yẹn. Báyìí lọ bá bàbá yẹn pé lówó mọ́tò tá máa fi lọ sí Èkó. Ó ní ẹ máa lọ.
Ṣé mi ni mo bí ẹni?
Àrẹ pé ọjọ́ tí mo sọ, ó ní mi gbọ́dọ̀ má bá yín lÉkòó. You know, we had to. It was me, Luciano, Abi Mary, Bọ́lẹ̀ Kájà, kí wọ́n máa ń kó ẹran sí yẹn. La mú láti Ìbàdàn dé la mú láti Ìbàdàn dé Èkó. So from that time, he started to choose people. Like when we go to choir, I was one of the people that when we had like very few people to go for occasions. So I was, a few of us started to be key members of that part. Now, Baba never, I mean, we kept in touch always. Even when his sickness first started, and there were many things that we kept in touch. Anyway, during the first time that Baba would give me an accolade or would tell me that, man, so he listened to, it was during my performance, actually, just to go back a little bit, my first Luli concert performance.
Okay.
So my first Luli concert performance, I specifically, because I was like, okay, I don't want to come and do praise and worship, or I needed to do something unique. So I went into the Celestial Angels archive, and it was 2 reasons. One of the reasons was Batie, Mr. Shegun Gabi, if any of you know him, because I felt like Batie has been one of the underrated composers of Celestial Church, and they've never given him the, the rights that he deserves, the respect. Is an half of Dracoya songs is composed by them. You understand? So one of first to appreciate Batie basically. So when I did the performance on the side, Baba Bone's brother, he now came on stage when I was finishing. So he started to kind of like harass me, like, why are you doing that song? What are you singing that song for? Did you take the right? Did you take the right to do that song? So it just so unfortunately for him, while he was doing all of that, Baba Adetiran was standing right next to me. So Babani, Abo Gbadun. She will compose only. See, and to compose only one be they did the song to give a tribute. It was a tribute to Batie. So what the hell are you talking about? Take it quick, Batie wa call it for it here. Agbalagba lenti mo sọ yo. Agbalagba lenti mo sọ. So Baba, I didn't even have to say anything. Baba had my back. He was the one that just said, "Get the hell out of here! What are you talking about? Like this guy was doing something that none of you is doing, and you're here trying." And initially I was also reluctant to do it. Now the second Luli concert, which what I did was I did the Celestial Hymns, but I rearranged it, like make it a little bit more contemporary. So when I finished the performance, it was listening to it. So I went to greet him. Wow, very technical, very nice. I was one of, like, he was able, I mean, it's not like I needed it, but he was able to appreciate what I was trying to do as an artist. Another thing happened when I did a rearrangement of Bajaye Banfe. The same thing happened. Before I released it, I realized that because I thought Baba Adetiran composed Bajaye Banfe. So during my research, I discovered that it was one late elder sister, Mokwelo Labada, something like that, that composed it. So I had to give the woman the, the, how do you say, the rights, the credits, basically, the credit, like, okay. And it made me happy as well, because I believe, like we had this conversation before, like a lot of people, we don't give people credit for their works, and it's not nice. And even in the church, compose through our company. So the whole idea of saying Emilio Composer is to take the rights from a lot of people. And that's what's happening with the Central Choir now, in a way that some people think that, I don't know what's going on behind the scene, but ordinarily, there were some things that I felt should have been put in place. You understand? It's the same problem with Celestial Church in itself. When they say, yeah, Emilio Dari, Taloma lead, Emilio Mache. I'm not the Emi part, but there's the part, Arano, take part in. In an organization like that, it's a huge organization. If you see the Redeemed Church, but bàbá tó máa kúrò ńbẹ̀, ó fi the other one sí pé Ọlọ́run fẹ́ ni hàn òun ló máa lead. And that's why, because of that structure, it helped the Redeemed Church to grow. You see, the space of waiting for Emmy to actually direct leaves rooms for a lot of and that's what is the major problem for the Celestial Progress right now because of that thing. Now you have to get me right. I'm not saying that the Emmy part should not should be taken. It is important, it is important to pray for it. It is important to meditate. But if we are sincerely asking, we might be able to, have a direction, which was one thing that, with many of us that passed through him, even in the school or anybody. Whenever I'm in Lagos, I've been here for more than, with all the years that I've spent in Europe, every time I go to Nigeria, he's one person that I make sure he knows it. I will go to him or we will catch up somewhere if I meet somebody. So I try as much as possible to stay in touch with him. Actually, the last time before he died, I was trying to reach out to call, but at that time he couldn't really talk and all of that. So, but the thing is, I felt like I was able to, stay in touch with him because he is a big part. He's like, I tell people I have two fathers. He's my biological father and him. Wole Adetiran. Those are my two, and both of them, they took a real strong role in shaping me as an artist and as human even, his courage, his love for music, his respect for the craft and for God, his love for God is something that people like us are, we carry around all the time. It's like what Chid is saying. Even when Chid was saying that we will have 1 hour break. That 1 hour break, we don't have 1 hour break. That 1 hour break, we're doing. Our Central Choir, I'm a shop. Me, Daddy, Chido, Biodun Adegoro, Taiwo, everybody will stop. Before you know it, and we are supposed to be on break. My brother and the Central Choir, we used to sing. I used to live in Moshi, so I would work for Anikoro to Moshi. This is with a box guitar. So with my sister, my brother, and friends, I'm a cornelati lewa de Central Choir. I'm a cornelati Central Choir pada silela rojo keji. You understand? That was it. That was like our commune every day, every Friday. Friday was like, it's like what Chido is saying. Friday was like, man, I haven't seen anything like that. Sometimes I wish they still, I don't know how it is anymore, but I wish it was like that. The rehearsals, God was involved. It was super spirit. There's nothing about it. He has done it. He did his work, man. 10%. As a, man, he has done it, man. He's so I thank God for his life, and Awata Wambi by no, we bless God. I think that's it anyway. Yeah.
All right, sir. Brother, thank you so much.
Yeah.
That's really what in fact to do. Yeah. Very awesome. All right, what Chidi, you have another addition?
Not at all, not really. I want other people to just join. I just want to celebrate Deji and yourself too. So you are doing a great job, sir.
All right, thank you so much, sir. Brother Deji, thank you so much, sir. All right.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Have a good
All
day.
right, sir. Good.
Right.
Okay, Brother Chidi, see you again.
All right, sir.
Okay, thank you. Yes, sir. God bless you. Okay. I'm expecting Shaba. Shaba, please talk about what did you do, share your experience. In the last when you were a guest some few weeks ago, before you shared some few experiences, but you just as you said, you had some more stories, to tell us. So I wanted to come online and tell us some few more stories so we can, learn from your experience in paying tribute to a legend, Baba Wole Adetiran. My experience with Assistant Variable Supervisor Oluwole Adetiran. That's led to my growth in music. That's what we are discussing today. For those just joining us from the US, God bless you. Real Piano, I see you, and others. Okay. Yeah, but Eli too will join us soon too. Okay.
Fortify me with your power. Let me run into
Amilere Orin Lani_Babs. I'm K6 Lad Rights. Yusuf Ahmed Music, Yedenu Daniels, Papi Lulu. Thank you for joining Titi Layo, Eniola, Stand Drums, Joe Strings, Antonia, Olusegun Music, Maria Benson, Maria Khan. Tozan, I see you. God bless you, my brother. Urashisi, you're just joining. Yes, God bless you, sir, my brother. Egbomi Atata. Urashisi, come online. Sure. Thank you for joining, sir. Robert Saba. Right, Eli, thank you so much for your support tonight. So we are waiting for Chaba and Oluwole, to come online so they can tell us their story. Then from there we'll move. What did you say?
Prominent product.
What did you say?
I said he's also one of Baba Adetiran's prominent product.
Yes.
We also worked together at Shaddai View years
Okay.
back. I think he's
But
the
that's
head of
about.
Seldom Choir.
Okay, yes, Sedum Kaya.
Hello. Hello.
You gave
Brother
me.
Shaba,
Àkúṣe
welcome
Olúwa.
on board.
Ẹ kalẹ̀ àkúṣe Olúwa.
Yes, good evening, bros. Ikale.
Àkúkọ má bàjẹ́ o. Àkúṣe o.
It is well. Thank God. Glory be to God.
Yes sir. Ẹ má bìnrin ẹ máa rójú mi láìpẹ́ o.
All
Mo
right,
fẹ́ rí
no
mi.
bros. But I
Sir,
should
I'm
say,
very much
please come online too. We'd like to hear from you, from experience. At least with those experience you have gotten tonight, that enough, to give us full details and information of what of Baba's impact generally. Yes. Yes, that's Brother
ẹ má
Taiwo and
bìnrin.
Brother Adeji. They're talking about something happening in Akwete Ibadan. Okay, Brother Shaba, let's go there.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Okay. Yes, tell us your story. The story you shared in your last session with us. So you said you had some more experience and stories, Baba. So we would like you to share some few ones that to pay tribute to Baba, so that we can understand what he has done in our lives, what he has really done in bringing us to this extent in music.
All glory to God, Jerry. That man, that man called Oluwole Adetiran. He wasn't an ordinary being. No, he was not. He was
Mm,
not. And I keep wondering um, how he got that huge favor from God. Torí Ọlọ́run ló bàbá gan. I think he was sent to us. I think he was personally sent to us by God. Ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ẹ
mm,
má bínú mú láti sọ he was sent to us. Actually, this is how it is. My first experience with Baba, this is how it all happened. How I got to Central Choir, and Mokonim, because I think I said that last time, and people heard me and they were like, "Are you a member of Central Choir?" And I was like, "No, I want Central Choir," only because I sounded like them. Eh. So they gave me the address. I couldn't get the address. But mo gbọ́ sound yẹn from afar. Àwọn áńgẹ́lì wo ló tún kọrin? Definitely Central Choir yẹn ló máa jẹ́. So mo trade sound yẹn. Unfortunately, fẹ́ǹsì ni mo rí. So fẹ́ǹsì yẹn ló dàrú àtọ́ pé ó dà pé ṣé màá ṣe máa wá gé tìkì ni? Mo ṣe pọ́n fẹ́ǹsì yẹn tí mo fò sí inú compound ọba Nikoro Parish that year. And getting into the choir, yẹn mọ̀ normally even alẹ́ ọjọ́ yẹn ni mo experience yẹn kan tó ń sùn. Èmi passion wà fún mi fún music. Mo ti ń play gangan already ń gbà yẹn. Mo play guitar ń gbà yẹn. Mo ń sọ̀rọ̀ bí i 25 years ago. Mo ti ń play keyboard dáadáa ń gbà yẹn. So like 4 instruments mo ń play. Tí mo dẹ̀ ń ṣe voice, mo ń play sakara dáadáa torí mo máa ń play fáwọn ní Fuji. Ṣé mo like 4 5 instruments ni mo ń play kí n tó join Central Choir. So nígbà tí mo ṣáà máa débẹ̀, mo kọ́kọ́ wò pé kí ni mo wá ṣe ń bì báyìí. Ṣáwọn èèyàn báyìí wà láyé yìí, wọ́n exist ṣá. Ṣé mo because it's not the usual tunes you hear. It's not the usual
mm,
sound you listen to everywhere. So they look different to me. Everything about that choir wasn't what I was even expecting. I was actually expecting people that think like me because that was what I heard from the person that spoke about Central Choir. Shemo. So getting there, mo wò pé Ọlọ́run àwọn wò rè. So I was ready to learn there. So
Which year was this? Sorry, please.
that should be that should be 1998. It's 1998, like 24 years or 23 years now. Yes, that should be 1998, if I'm not mistaken. So now, ọlọ́ ìjọ́ tèmi wọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ gangan bọ̀bọ̀ kan náà dé síbẹ̀ ẹ mọ̀ pé tí a bá ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wọ Central Choir ní nǹkan màlẹ́ máa jókòó sí ẹ lè join main choir. Bọ̀bọ̀ kan wà láàrin wa tó jókòó ó dà pé music ló bá yẹn ṣọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀fọ́ lómi rẹ̀ lé music lè bá ṣọ̀rẹ́ kó bàjẹ́ oorun normally. Bàbá ò tiẹ̀ bá rojọ́ bàbá kan ń bọ̀ pẹ̀lú gbálẹ̀ láti ọ̀nà báyìí kẹ́rì nínú ọ̀tọ̀ ìgbálẹ̀ yẹn
nínú ọ̀tọ̀ ọkọ̀ ọ̀wébo wáì tó wé yẹn ẹnu géètì ni bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn ti lọ dúró láti ojú oorun and the only thing Wale said was ọmọ àlè and he went back to his seat. So I was actually seeing Baba as pé kéèyàn lẹ́ni ìyá àbí àǹjọ̀nú. But he was really good at what he does. He was good at, kéèyàn jẹ́ ọba, kẹ̀dẹ̀ rí everything that has to do with a king nínú ìṣe àti ìwà ẹni yẹn. So I was really ready to learn. Meanwhile, Central Choir, Ọlọ́run rán bàbá sí wa láti lè guide ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa ni. But unfortunately, a ti yẹ̀ kúrò mbẹ̀. So back to the topic majorly. My experience with Baba was a huge one. Not even one, not two, not three, not even 50. But let me pick this. Let me just say this one. Lára àwọn ètò jẹ́ wípé ó lágbára. Mo rántí ọdún tá à ń lọ sí Aso Rock. Ṣé ń gbọ́? Bàbá yẹn ẹni ẹ̀mí ni o. A wà lábẹ́kúta lọ sin bàbá Samson Adekanbi. Ìyẹn Army Barrack Parish, if I'm not mistaken. A lọ sin wọ́n lọ́dún yẹn. Lábẹ́kúta lọ sin wọ́n sí nílé wọn lábẹ́kúta. Tó bá ṣe sin wọ́n tán, no, ọjọ́ yẹn la ṣe wake keeping la lọ ṣe Central Choir ló wá ń dùn ẹ̀lẹ̀. Alẹ́ yẹn gangan ṣe ń gbọ́, a ní láti kúrò ní ibẹ̀ láti fèsì Àbújá. Sálẹ̀ yẹn la fèsì Àbújá ṣá. No, alẹ́ yẹn kọ́. Alẹ́ yẹn lọ ní láti pick àwọn tó ń lọ sí Àbújá ní ìdajì ọjọ́ kejì. Bá a máa kúrò ní Abẹ́òkúta lọ́jọ́ yẹn. So bí bàbá ṣe ọ ti pick àwọn èèyàn, èmi tiẹ̀ ti lọ́n tèmi, mo ti ṣeré lẹ́fún kó sì fẹ́ máa wà ní group 10 láwọn ọ̀rẹ́ tẹjọ́ wa àti perform tán. So àṣé bàbá ti pé everybody jọ, wọ́n ti ń pick àwọn tó ń lọ sí fún performance ní Aso Rock l'Abuja. That should be like year 2001 or 2000. Mi ṣe ìrántí ló 2000 láti bàbá padà. I think it was 2001. Bàbá ti wá pick. Wọ́n ti pick àwọn èèyàn tán. Àwọn tó ń lọ ti wà nínú mọ́tò. Àwọn yẹn ni bàbá máa drive tọ́jú máa lọ. Ibẹ̀ lọ́mọ máa gbà lọ sí Aso Rock láàárọ̀ ọjọ́ kejì. Wọ́n ti pick àwọn èèyàn tán. Bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ṣe dé ní ẹ̀pẹ̀ láwọn bíi mẹ́rin ìtajọ jáde. Bàbá ní ibo ni wọ́n gbà lọ látàárọ̀. Ibo ló gbà lọ. Mo ní mo lọ ra nǹkan ní ó lọ ra nǹkan. So gbé gọ́gùn ẹ̀ dání. Sometimes ẹ mọ̀ ẹ lè predict bàbá ò dẹ̀ fẹ́ mọ̀ bóyá òun ṣe ẹ̀. He follows his heart. And trust me, with all he does, tí wọ́n bá jẹ́ tó ní àròjinlẹ̀ tó ní ìbọ̀wọ̀ fún àgbà. Àwọn nǹkan tí bàbá tó fi pé bàbá tí tẹ yẹn, òde ló ṣe ẹ́. Because nǹkan tó òun ṣe fún ẹ yẹn, ó fẹ́ fi mọ orú èèyàn tó jẹ́ ni. Ó fẹ́ fi mọ̀ bóyá ẹni tó lè kọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ ní abẹ́ni tí kò ní kẹ́kọ̀ọ́. So ṣé mo kọ́ tó ṣe, bàbá dẹ̀ wo èèyàn kan nínú tẹ́nọ̀ ní àárín àwọn tẹ́nọ̀ part. Bàbá dẹ̀ sọ pé ìwọ ò mọ part yẹ, mo kúkú manage tẹ́lẹ̀ ni, ó yá bọ́lẹ̀. Bàbá wa lé ẹni yẹn bọ́lẹ̀, wọ́n ní kémi wọlé kí n jókòó. I was shocked. Torí ẹni tó lé bọ́lẹ̀ yẹn, á ti lo over 10 years nínú choir kémi tó join. Bọ́ ṣe gbé mi lọ bí mo ṣe lọ́wọ́ pàní àti lọ Aso Rock yẹn. Aso Rock ọ̀hún náà ìyá ni mo jẹ́ ń bẹ̀. À ń ṣe rehearsal lọ́wọ́, àwọn government official wà ń bẹ̀. À ń ṣe rehearsal lọ́wọ́, èèyàn kan wá ṣe mistake ní part ní base. Bàbá wa sọ pé ojú èmi ni bàbá wa wò. Tó rọ́wọ́n pé táwọn bá bá èmi wí, mi ní disgrace àwọn lójú àwọn ìyẹn ti fàyè wọn lèmi. Mi ní èmi máa pátápátá màmá yọ mi lójú ni. Bàbá bá ń sọ fún ẹni yẹn pé bàbá sọ fún mi pé ṣé mo yẹ kó kọ níbẹ̀ yẹn nìyẹn àlọ́ mo àlè yẹn mo kàn sọ pé mo lè mi kọ́ bàbá mi kọ́ bàbá ní o tún bá mi gbó ẹnu wọ́n ṣe dìde nìyẹn wọ́n yẹ wá bá mi yẹn àti why tó ìfọ́sí bíi almost 7 tí ò dẹ̀ ṣe kékeré àwọn tí bàbá bá ti nà rí á mọ̀ pé egun ara bàbá Adetiran ṣe kékeré egun ara Wọlé no. Bọ̀ kí ni mo fẹ́ ṣe láàrin àwọn government official wọ́n wá wà bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ̀ sí bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ò ní nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ ṣe mo kàn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sunkún ni ìgbà tó yá ṣé mi ló ń dìsì èmi ló ṣe kinní kan ṣé bàbá ẹ̀ ti dé níbà ẹ̀ you know a lot of things pé kó lè mú yàn sọ pé kí lòun wá ṣe níbà ẹ̀ bọ̀ ìwọ́n tó mọ nǹkan tó fẹ́ àti ibi tó ń lọ ò ní fi bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ̀ another one mo rántí bàtà ṣe tán ní mẹ́kọ lọ́dún kan àwa bíi márùn lọ́dún yẹn ní mẹ́kọ báyìí ṣe tán báyìí ọjọ́ Christmas gangan ni o ṣe ń gbọ́ gbàtọ́ máa fún wa lówó mọ́tò tá a máa fi padà sékòó 200 naira lọ fún wa ká fi padà sékòó 200 naira yẹn dẹ̀ lélẹ́yìí kò lè gbé wa kọjá Abẹ́òkúta lọ́dún yẹn ṣùgbọ́n ṣèbí nǹkan tó bá ní ló máa fún wa nǹkan tíjọba fún un náà máa pín bọ àwọn méjì nígbà yẹn kájọ wà wọ́n bìlì pé bàbá máa ń ṣe owó sára pé bàbá burú bàbá wicked ṣùgbọ́n mi máa ń sọ fún wọn wípé tó bá jẹ́ ilẹ̀ wà ní ṣùgbọ́n yìí tẹ fi pé ó ń gba owó iṣẹ́ mọ́yé gbogbo wa nínú central choir ṣá. to cut the story short o my brother generator ogun rẹ mi mo sì sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ lánàá mo sì sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ ní performance ní symposium tí mo ti lọ minister pẹ̀lú seldom choir our men Saturday mo sì sọ̀rọ̀ yìí níṣojú bàbá ọdún bàkú yẹn cardinal generator tí ó gbé jẹ́ẹ̀dì tó ń lò ní mẹ́kọ ó gbé ọjọ́ ẹ̀rọ náà kúrò ní mẹ́kọ ọ̀sán yẹn ló ń padà sábẹ́kúta Ògúnrẹ̀mí ló gbé generator yẹn lẹ̀ generator inú mọ́tò generator tó ń yeruku ní èmi Michael Olótù Michael Solatẹ and few others bí àbí márùn ṣé wọn pé central choir set by set ni ṣé wá nínú àwọn set yẹn ibẹ̀ lọ́lọ́run ti ń yan àwọn ọba I'm telling you sir èmi àti Mr. Chidi lájọ ṣiṣẹ́ álbọ̀mù tó máa jáde náà very soon àárín kẹ́rí àpọ̀ta lọ central choir ṣùgbọ́n ó ṣe mí láàánú pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọba wọlé yan ọba yan ọ̀tá ọ̀rọ̀ òdì wọlé ni gbogbo wọn máa ń sábà sọ wọn ò rí ìtò da lára ẹ̀ ọ̀dẹ̀ rẹ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kọ́ ọjọ́ kan èmi àtìyàn kan jọ ń sọ̀rọ̀ kẹ́lí máa blunt bàbá can be èmi àtìyàn kan jọ ń sọ̀rọ̀ ní after rehearsal lọ́jọ́ yẹn bàbá dẹ̀ rí wá sáàárín àwọn méjèèjì bàbá dẹ̀ wojú ẹni ọ̀dẹ̀ wojú mi bàbá ní jìnnà sí ẹni yìí ó sá fún ẹni nǹkan tó ní ló fẹ́ gbà ó eléyìí ò lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó fẹ́ kọ́ kò dẹ̀ lọ́pọlọ má bá wọn tí ò lọ́pọlọ rìn torí pé ọmọ kó bá ìrìn àjò ẹnu akọrin ni. So I see Wole as a mi mọ bí mo lè sọ ẹ̀dá ọ̀tọ̀ ni.
Sorry please Brashaba sorry who was Baba referring to as the bad person Toma Jinosi?
No mi ò ní lè mention but I was just talking to that guy he was one of us náà gbà yẹn náà.
Okay, he was warning you.
Baba is a blunt person ìṣojú ẹ̀ lọ sí sọ bàbá ò sọ lẹ́yìn yẹn.
Okay.
Ojú ẹ̀ lọ sí sọ ẹ máa tẹ́ni ẹjọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́ ni bàbá wọlé wá bá wa bàbá wa ní wà bá wa ń bẹ̀ bàbá wa ní ká kémi jìnnà sẹ́ni yẹn.
Okay.
Yeah, by the side yes sir. Now another thing ni pé ṣẹ́rí gbọ́dọ̀ pé mo sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn náà last time tẹ́ bá rántí ó lè impress Wọlé bọ̀dá Chidi sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn tó bá fi ipò fẹ́ impress Wọlé ó fẹ́ tẹ́ ni no he's not the type that you will impress ó máa bójú ẹ̀jẹ̀ lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ ni ó máa disgrace ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni and Wọlé òde kò kí ń pretend mo rántí pa lọ sí Agùnlóyè parish l'Ondo state lọ́dún kan mo sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn náà last time mo ń play guitar lọ́wọ́ because by the grace of God thank God to the glory of God àti gbogbo tá a kọ́ before ká tó wọ central choir àti lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ kò sí ìta sọdún mbẹ̀ though I don't go to show to play anything for anybody thank God for the grace of the studio the standard studio somebody has so aláǹfààní àní access sí àwọn kìíní yẹn láti lè máa fi ṣiṣẹ́ fáwọn studio àwọn client wa tá a bá fẹ́ pé èèyàn láti tàgbókè àfẹ́fẹ́ fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ now mo rántí pé bí ṣe gbé gìtá lọ́dún yẹn tàbí mo ṣe ń play lọ́wọ́ bàbá fúnra ara wọn it was on a Wednesday service bàbá fúnra wọn lọ́wọ́ bá mi o tó ṣe báyìí o àwọn lọ́ ṣe báyìí sí mi o pé nice one torí mo ń play drone orin yẹn sí ni but mo create drone sórí yẹn I created a constant rhythm tó máa bá orin yẹn parí pátápátá kò síbi tó fẹ́ yà so bàbá wò pé with the combination of my notes to that song as it wasn't chord so bàbá wa ṣe báyìí sí mi kí Wọlé dẹ̀ tó ní ṣe báyìí sí ẹ ó ti níbi tí kìíní ẹ bà ní ara ẹ̀ and for every musical instrument tẹ́mi máa ń play ní ìfẹ́ mọ́tẹ́ anybody fẹ́ sọ as long as it's pleasant to my ear tí mo dẹ̀ ti lè ríyàn méjì mẹ́ta nínú studio tó sọ pé this is beautiful I am good to go but majority inú bí tá a ti jọ gbọ́ yẹn ó ti carry vote níta. That has been helping my music life. That's why I have my own style of music to the glory of God. Sometimes go to back with professional kó wá place inú orin mi wọn kì í lè place ó kàn dàbí kẹsàn pé kí Tọ́pẹ́ Àlàbí wá pe backup wá kó wá backup orí ẹ̀ báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ máa tó nẹ̀ àwọn tonation yẹn yàtọ̀ àwọn note ò kì í ṣe usual note. Ó dàbẹ̀ kí ẹ wá sọ pé kí Ṣọlá listen àwọn backup tó ń backup fún lórí stage kọ́ wá backup fún nínú studio ó máa le because before they could be able to sing a song kọ́ tó lè kọrin ẹ̀ wá ti gbọ́ òun dẹ̀ ní láti record ó ní láti produce kó drop orin. That is why you see a brand a professional tó máa ṣe chorus ẹ̀ fúnra rẹ̀. Back to what I was saying sir mo ń play lọ́wọ́ lọ́jọ́ yẹn bí mo ṣe ń play lọ́wọ́ bàbá wa ṣe báyìí sí mi bọ́ọ̀ ṣe báyìí sí mi inú mi ti dùn ọkàn mi kàn sọ fún mi ẹ̀mí mọ́kọ́ ló sọ ọkàn mi tó fẹ́ jẹ̀yà lọ́jọ́ yẹn ló sọ fún mi pé bàbá dẹ̀ enjoy nǹkan tí mo fi jẹ́ kí n tún jẹ́ n fi epo sí kí n fi yọ sí mo ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní máa add solo nìyẹn mo ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní máa add àwọn skills kan sórí ẹ̀ nìyẹn pé bóyá ó tún máa impress bàbá dáadáa excuse me bí bàbá ṣe rè wá bá mi nìyẹn wọ́n ṣe fọ́ conducting stick wọ́n ṣe fọ́ mọ́ mi lórí nìyẹn tí bàbá bá dẹ̀ fọ́ nǹkan mọ́ yín bàbá ò kì í ṣe ń kékeré o.
máa wọra dáadáa.
Ibi tí kìíní ẹ wọ̀ ní ara mi láì sunkún omi dẹ̀ ń dá yọ nínú ojú mi lápá kan. Toró jẹ́ disgrace àwọn èrò dẹ̀ pọ̀ tán rí mi mo wá rẹ́rìn ẹ̀mọ́ kéèyàn máa rẹ́rìn burúkú pé ìyá ló jẹ́ yìí fèsì ẹ̀ pọ̀ mi ò lè fọwọ́ kàn. Ṣẹ́gẹ̀ so a lot of experience ni wọ́n ní pẹ̀lú bàbá a lot ni mo sọ fún yín tí ò ṣe é kà a lot tí ò ṣe é kà. So Wole is a brand o Wole was a brand rather Wole was a legend and it should be somebody tó yẹ pé tó bá yẹ pé ìlú mi ni ọmọ afẹ́ máa bọ Wole ni but kò possible Naija kò dẹ̀ possible torí ẹ̀sìn wa Kristi ni gbogbo àmọ́ máa sìn. Wole wasn't an ordinary man. Wole will know that you don't have money. He will still tell you irú èmi o ìyá tó kọ sẹ́mi lèmi sọ bí mẹ́lòmí o. A ti lọ performance àwọn èèyàn sọ fún mi pé owó ńlá ni bàbá gbà bóyá Ọlọ́run ti mọ̀ pé Wole máa béèrè owó lọ́wọ́ mi àdánwò yí iṣẹ́ central choir kàtẹ́yìn ò bá ṣọ́ra ó máa sákò ń bẹ̀. A lọ sí CMS program CMS yẹn bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní bàbá náà máa ń pariwo wọn pé owó wà lọ́wọ́ wọn wọn máa ń ṣàwọn dáadáa. Kì í ṣe pé bàbá máa ń sọ fún àyàn pé fún àwọn olówó bọ́ ẹ mọ bàbá fúnra rẹ̀ náà tó bá ń sọ orílẹ̀ ní general kìíní kan ó náà ìdìbò ó máa ṣe eré so àwọn èèyàn bìrì pé owó ńlá kan ni bàbá ń gbà tó lọ ń kó pamọ́ so kò jẹ́ kọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọn láìkí bàbá. Bọ̀tọ́ bá ti dá ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn lẹ̀ even nínú program tí bàbá ti bèrè owó lọ́mí yẹn èmi ò kí ń bá wọn sàn kankan kì í ṣe pé mò ń wojú bàbá no ilé tèmi ti jáde we go out of our ways for people to be fine even if the person will end up disappointing you or seeing you as a bad person we will still do our own and we will allow God to take total control. Bí bàbá ìṣe tán ní program yẹn sàáyé ní kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ bàbá dẹ̀ ń pín owó fún àwọn èèyàn wọ́n fún olówó mọ́tò tó fi máa lọ ilé á tò sórí láìní ìgbà tó máa dórí tèmi bàbá dẹ̀ wojú mi bàbá ní dábàá tó máa gbowó ni mo ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ni bàbá ní má jẹ́ kí n fún mi lówó mo dẹ̀ ní pé kọ́ máa wò bàbá ò dẹ̀ fún mi ọ́n dán mi wò ní wọ́n fẹ́ mọ̀ bóyá mo máa ponú débi owó yẹn my brother bàbá ní pé ṣé mo lè fọ́ràn lówó tèmi mo ní máa fún wọn ọ̀dẹ̀ ní òkè mo ṣe ó dàbọ̀ mi ìlówó tí máa fi lọlé o but nǹkan tó sustain ni wa ní central choir ni wípé nígbà yẹn ni pé ìfẹ́ wà ṣé mọ̀ pé lára àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ mi tó gba owó yẹn owó wọn ló ti fún mi ní 50 naira tèmi náà fi ní 150 tí mo fi wọ mọ́tò lọ sílé lọ́dún yẹn tó rọ́bọ̀ pé ọmọ bàbá ló máa ń pè mí náà nígbà yẹn so a lot and I will say this one sir mi ní fẹ́ kí anybody mi ní fẹ́ màá really appreciate tí àwa tá à ń kọrin ní sẹ̀lẹ̀ ṣé ń gbọ́ sà tá bá lè celebrate iṣẹ́ tí bàbá ṣe sílẹ̀ kò kò ṣe pé easy fún wa even go burial program wọn yìí kì í ṣe pé ó rọrùn fáwọn èèyàn but àwa kan mọ rírì ẹ̀ ẹni láti rí rálì tá a ṣe lé ní over 3 hours la fi ń rìn kiri gbogbo Ìbàfò èmi ni mo mọ nǹkan tí ayé máa yẹn tó sọ ayé mi dà bọ́dá Adéjì Adétáyọ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ kan lẹ́ẹ̀kan wọ́n ní bàbá ní second bàbá àwọn bàbá ní bàbá tèmi náà in fact di ọ̀la bàbá mi sì ni because it came to my life and changed it totally bóyá by now ní ìbá máa jẹ́ lára àwọn tó ń play fáwọn ní fújì kiri mo ṣáà play fóbèsè rè ni mo play keyboard fóbèsè rè ni now mo dẹ̀ ti bá dé level pé ká travel abroad ṣùgbọ́n mi ò lọ and one of the things tó dẹ̀ stop mi náà ju wípé àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ kan tí bàbá Adétìran ti sọ fún mi personally máa yan òṣèyàn lásán o they will just look at you and tell you but ìwọ tó bá mọ̀ wá kọ́ ẹ pé àìdá bàbá lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ mú dání ìgbà tó wá kú sí àwa mọ̀ rírì ẹ̀ meanwhile bàbá ò pa yín lọ́mọ jẹ o kò jà yín ló léwu he was just being a father a blunt father a very blunt father that was who he was ṣèbí lára àwọn tí bàbá bá wí náà ló bọ́ta tọ́kúra ọjọ́ tọ́lọ̀ náà bàbá ń ta lọ́dún kan lórí kì í ṣe pé ẹ sanwó wá fún training o ṣẹ́gẹ̀tì kì í ṣe pé ọ sanwó wá fún training o he was just being himself so now ẹ̀rí mọ̀kàn tí mo fi tí ayọ̀ mi fi kún ojú pé nǹkan ò kì í yẹ̀yàn jù báyìí lọ ariwo wọlé everybody ń pa báyìí òun fúnra rẹ̀ ń yọ sí àwọn èèyàn ó ń yọ sí àwọn èèyàn ó ń fara wọn àwọn èèyàn kọ̀ọ̀kan pé inú òun dùn pé wọ́n ti fẹ́ ṣe kí ni wọ́n ti fẹ́ gbé òun wọlẹ̀ kó lè lọ sinmi but his spirit is everywhere. so ẹ wo bàbá tí bá ní ká máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ àmì máa ru ẹjọ́ ọjọ́ pé ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ò ní tán a lot of things a lot bàbá ló wò mí lọ́dún kan ìgbà tí mo tẹ̀lé central choir tó discover mi fúnra rẹ̀ èmi fúnra mi ò mọ ohun tí mo jẹ́ ó kàn wò mí láàrin ìrìn àjá ó ní kí n dìde ó wá ní kí n kọ ó dà ìpò rìn ni be thou my vision be thou my bá mi rédò tí dó la sọ fàdùgbọ́dọ̀ tí la sọ sọ fi mí rédò tí la tí dó sọ sọ mi sáré la fi dòrè mi bí bá mi tì mí rédò tí la sọ bá mi. tó bó ṣe ní kí n kọ́
àwọn bàbá rè
torí ara tí mo fi sí tèmi ta ẹ mọ̀ pé tẹ́lá ti ń ṣe ìyáàtà oríkálùkù ló mọ nǹkan tó bá wá síbẹ̀ tóun tí mo rán nìyẹn àìmọye tó sà àìmọye fine girls àìmọye tó máa wá mi wálé pàápàá tó ọmọ ọmọ mi ní mi ìmí ìdílé mi gàgàmá mi ní kí ló ṣe bí ilé yín tí bá tún rí ẹ bí because parents mi ò sí Nàìjíríà ọ̀dọ̀ gàmá ni mo wà ọmọbìnrin tó dẹ̀ rẹ́ mi ní central car tó lè bóyá òun ti rí superstar kan kò mọ̀ pé under òbí ni mo ṣì wà. so and central choir àwọn wàásù tí bàbá máa ń ṣe àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ àti ìtàn tí bàbá máa ń sọ ó mú wa súnmọ́ Ọlọ́run mo fi Ọlọ́run tẹ́lẹ̀ tí mi bá lọ central choir ayé mi máa bàjẹ́ mi ní mọ Ọlọ́run.
That's deep.
I'm serious.
Very deep.
tí mi bá lọ sí central choir ta tí mi bá gbàgbẹ́ kọjá ní ìrìn àjò ayé tèmi tó Ọlọ́run mi ìbá wọ́ọ̀kì ju mo mọ tí mò ń sọ o mo mọ tí mo máa ń sọ because èmi mo rò but I think you know sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn experience you get in listening to those songs alone.
But yes, sorry, hold on. Sorry, I think we have like 10 seconds more. I've been alerted from Instagram, so it's going to go off. Yes, it's going to go off.
So,
however,
I'm so happy.
Yes,
I'm happy.
It's awesome. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for joining. Bye bye.